Hey everyone, it's James, host and lead producer of the Weekly DADCast, streamed live at twitch.tv/weeklydadcast. Find more DADCast episodes alongside with DADCast After Dark on iTunes or go to weeklydadcast.podbean.com. If you have a question for us, email us at officialdadcast@gmail.com or hit us up on Twitter at officialdadcast. For our stream archives and other DADCast content, go to YouTube and search DADCast. Links to all of this and more in the description below. Thank you and enjoy the show.
It was cold outside, you see.
You said maybe it's cold outside.
Yeah, thank God I had my extra foreskin on hand.
God damn it.
I got you, bitch.
Like,
Wait, the
it's
Hellboy
just
trailer
like
came out?
You crawl inside of it like Luke Skywalker into the Tauntaun.
Ew.
Oh, I like his hair.
I'm not
Hold
super
on.
enthused about that new Hellboy.
I'll just play this again. I'll just play this later. I'm not gonna worry about it right now. I'll get my shit set up. Apparently, we're now recording.
Now we're recording.
You wanna watch Hunter x Hunter tonight?
Yes.
Okay. Shit. Everything's falling. I should probably put Zeke away. Yeah, I'll do that. I'm getting up and shaking around and shit. Hey Zeke, let's go. Just laying down for it. Come on. Oh my gosh. Discord, please.
Yeah, that trailer's it's got a weird tone that I'm not sure I dig. Fuck. Hello?
Yes.
Okay, nobody said anything.
I don't have anything to say.
I mean, I feel like the trailer also showed a little too much. But Claude,
I feel like you tend to show a bit too much as well.
yeah, like that moment with him in the crown of fire probably shouldn't have been shown, because that's probably
That
like.
happened in both of the movies before this, so
Oh, did it?
yes, it did.
Oh, okay. I've never actually seen Hellboy, so I should, but I just haven't.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, Claude.
Yeah, it's me.
Where were you when Claude was killed? I was at home watching the
What home?
Hellboy trailer. Oh, you're
I
right.
actually didn't finish the trailer. I watched a little bit and then I got busy. Or the
Eh,
Men in Black trailer, actually.
I didn't even watch the Men in Black trailer. I don't give a shit.
I also didn't watch Men by Trailer.
You guys want to just take it off?
Yeah,
Yes.
I don't give
I
a
got
shit
nothing to
about it.
say. I got nothing to say about that. Men in
Cool
Black 3
more.
was a decent movie.
Yeah.
I was surprised at how decent it was.
Yeah. Had a good conclusion. Like they don't have to keep making these. They can just leave the series as good.
What,
Nope.
Men in Black?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Men in Black 3 fucking sucks.
Oh no, it didn't. I thought it was.
I liked
I
it.
thought it was pretty decent. I thought it was a pretty decent movie.
I
thought it
only
was
thought the one bit was the Will Smith as a kid. It's the only part of the movie I liked.
I liked the part
I
when,
thought it was-
when Will
I
Smith
thought it
got pulled over. I thought that was funny. Just like, oh wow, they're doing the thing.
Racist humor.
Did we not have any more gaming news?
There wasn't that much of it this week, as
oh.
far as I'm.
Well, there's some Fallout 76 news, but it's not like disastrous. It's just Fallout 76 players.
Oh wait, isn't there the Blizzard thing? They're paying their own employees to quit their job.
What?
I didn't hear about that. Give me a sec.
I'll find it.
Also, James, while he's looking for that, James, what's your weird, dumb article thing?
Oh fuck. Hold on. Let me just go on. Hold on. Let me literally just go on.
Were you going on The Onion?
No, not r/not the Onion.
Yeah, Reddit. So the subreddit are not the Onion. Is-
I didn't even pick out a waifu or nothing this week. Let me do this shit.
Damn. None of us are prepared.
No, I was busy all week with my girl and holiday shit, and I'm a fucking Grinch, so I hated the whole thing.
All right, I'll post it in DADCast.
What the fuck is... Alright, where's the waifus at? There they are.
That's funny. Let me see. I know there's wait, hold on. What is GT28 pay? Let me keep upkeep counts. Doesn't that make sense to upkeep it? Oh. There was the Tekken Cross Street Fighter might still happen.
I don't believe that.
Harada mentions it's pending and is about 30% complete. So,
Wait, what? What did you say?
Harada says Tekken Cross Street Fighter is still pending and is about 30% complete.
Wow, how many years has it been? Several many's.
Several minis.
When they gave you come out?
more than a-
In 2014? 2013?
More than a couple of years since.
The
Street
Fallout
Fighter
70, the Fallout 76 news was Fallout 76 players are gonna get Fallout 1, 2, and Tactics for free. Obviously, only on PC because those games don't exist on console.
Okay. Street Fighter Cross Tekken came out in March of 2012.
Right.
Yikes.
Beyond Good and
Fucking
Evil.
6 years.
Yeah, Beyond Good and Evil 2 requires an internet connection, but that's kind of
Yeah, I saw that. Always online. No, that's I never said about that. 'Cause I actually played Beyond Good and Evil.
Yeah, but it's
kinda
always
wanna look at that a little bit.
whenever you hear about this, it's always like they say that, and then it turns out no, you just need it for the initial login or whatever.
Yeah, but
Something.
wasn't the quote something like people want to play together or something? Like that?
Here, let me see.
Let-
I'll
let-
look at the
let me
article. Oh, Blizzard customer service concern. As staff accept cash to exit Irish hub. Let me see this.
Yeah, it's like an Irish community customer service firm. They're like employees are getting bought out to quit their job so they can close the firm.
Jesus, that's pretty fucked.
I don't want to read all this right now, but I'll let you guys talk about that shit.
Okay. Where is this part?
So who's gonna take them over? Like, what's happening?
Activision, because they're a merged company now.
Weren't they always, like, not always, but weren't they for a while Activision Blizzard?
Yeah, they still are. So I think Activision is probably trying to completely buy out, because right now they're a partner business, and if Activision just buys them out, they'll have full corporate control over Blizzard. And so that's probably what they're trying to do.
Oh wow, the game will only be playable with internet connection. Jesus.
Yeah.
You
So I
guys,
think
I
it's
don't
supposed to. I think it's supposed to be a
know
multiplayer
nothing
online.
about No
thing.
Beyond Good and Evil, so I mean that's
I-
on you too.
I don't know about anything about it either, but like
I played the
Games
first
should-
game and it was quite good.
games shouldn't have always online if they're. I mean,
A
this-
rich co-op and seamless experience.
Yeah,
That's what only be playable with an online connection, which is whack.
yeah.
That
Throw
game
that
is
on,
not.
man.
Only games that should have
That
that are MMOs, and even then. Let's see. Oh, what was it? I gotta find it again.
I'll look at the Hellboy trailer while this is happening because they didn't
Okay.
actually finish it.
Yeah, go look at it.
The only thing I knew about is my friend was
Oh.
fucking livid. He's like, Mila Jovovich is in this. This movie's gonna fucking suck.
Oh, she's in it. Oh shit, she's the villain, isn't she?
I don't know.
I
I
didn't
didn't
watch-
see the full trailer. I mean,
Hellboy.
Oh,
I didn't recognize her with the straight black hair. Dragon Quest XI got announced for the Switch. They're calling it Dragon Quest XI-S. So that's nice. Let's see. There was one thing that was funny. I gotta find it. Epic Games Store users have been turning to Steam for Subnautica support. That's pretty weird. Oh, because they don't have forums. Damn.
well, this is coming out soon. Yeah, on a very quick glance that
Alright, I
she's
got a
there,
pretty
it's hard to tell it's Mila Jovovich.
Kind of funny article title. The title alone is just funny. So
what is the title?
I'll say holy shit, Christian Bale in Vice looks creepy.
Oh, it's just called Hellboy. It's not even like a. Okay, so it's. Yeah, I guess fuck Ron Perlman.
Yeah, man, that's fucked up.
Oh, I got two potential good ones.
Are they good?
Hmm.
Or are they just, do they exist and you're like, I like how dumb this sounds? Okay. Oh yeah, there will be a point where a doorbell goes off because someone ordered Chinese food. So, there you go. It's your warning, Mr. Editor.
I'm sorry, what?
There will be a point where a doorbell goes off. So, that will be a thing.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Still want me to do the? I know you didn't do it last week. Am I interested in it? Is like whatever. But do you want to do the whole like intro, like Titans, the gaming anime thing, or?
Do you have any new titles you could give us? Like,
I made some. I made like a list when I was bored one day, so I have enough for like at least another month or two.
Oh, Jesus. All right, yeah. Go ahead. I'll let you do it.
Let me actually look into the.
Yeah. So I've got my funny.
Fuck! I made some. All right. Oh wait, yeah. Christmas is next week. I actually have some like Christmas ones lined up. I was like, just use this before Christmas in bold.
Perfect.
Like, okay, that works.
All right, cool. How am I coming in, by the way?
Fine.
We're fine.
All right, cool. Before we start, let me see if I can do something. Big key. Okay.
Have you fed your animals?
Yeah, have you?
They're not my animals anymore, and I'm all the way in Tampa, so I hope to God they got fed.
Oh, you're in Tampa?
Yeah,
That's right. He did say he was his mom's for the weekend.
yeah. If I get the microphones for Christmas, can either of y'all like meet me halfway and just deliver them to everybody whenever y'all hang out again?
Yeah, sure.
All
Yeah,
right,
sure.
cool. Thanks, Skyler.
Yeah. Thank you, Skyler.
No problem.
Claude doesn't want to come out to see me.
Nah, man. I got a life. I got shit to do.
You ain't got shit.
I mean,
I'm
I guess it
homeless.
depends how long. How long are you here, by the way, James?
I'll be here at for Christmas Day. That's Tuesday, because I'm going
Okay.
back to.
Well,
Leesburg.
I can't go tomorrow because I celebrate Christmas Eve, my mom's family, and then I celebrated with my dad's family on Christmas Day. So.
Okay. I'll just.
So there's that.
All right. Well, if I drive to Tampa, can you just spare me like $15 or something for gas?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, I
it's
could
out
do
of my
that.
way. All right. Thank you.
You have to give him $15 or a kiss on the cheek, which you do.
I'll take the $15, please.
15.
No,
I'll
me
give
you.
him $15. I will give him $15 also.
All right. Now, what if it's $50?
Yeah, which one?
What's the upper limit before you just start kissing me on the mouth?
Mouth.
Honestly,
All right, he's getting bold.
on the mouth. I'm a cheap motherfucker. Honestly, it would be like $75.
That's good audio, by the way. That rapper crinkling, that's good audio.
We're not recording. Bro, I guess we're recording, but we're not
I mean,
using this. I was eating a Snickers.
No, I know. I'm just fucking with you. Just like that's good asthma right there. When's the dad
Asthma?
cat?
Did you just say asthma?
Yeah, asthma.
I thought I said
Is that what
asthma.
you just fucking? Is that what you just fucking said?
Yeah. I know it's ASMR, but it's just easier to say asthma.
It's not.
It is. It's...
Why do you do this?
Hold on a second. Why do you do this?
Oh, fuck. I didn't have any dumbass little fake fan questions. Do you have any, James? Sweet. I got one actually. One just came to mind.
All right. All right, I'm good.
I just thought of like a fake fan question.
Mm,
I'm just throwing in there.
okay. When a white girl has Black Lives Matter in her bio.
All right, I posted it. Think about that for a second, and then once you guys are both good, we
Sure.
can just roll in with it.
I've got my answer.
Yeah, same.
Where'd you post it?
It's
in-
in the docket. It was just edited.
Oh, he edited it.
Mm-hmm.
I got my answer.
Okay.
All right.
Shit.
Oh no.
Shit. There was a bubble. I'm glad they got out.
Me too.
All right. All right. So, countdown time. 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to the DADCast, the only place you can find these titans of gaming and anime. Here today is our leader and the man you should be the most terrified of. He comes to take your naughty children in the middle of the night. The Crumpus, James.
The Krampus? Okay.
Yeah, you know about Krampus.
Krampus.
It's
Krampus.
Krampus.
Is it Krampus? Where do you get
Yeah.
Krampus from?
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
I
Maybe,
could just-
maybe it's Drew.
I like
You just drew an A incorrectly.
I like
Maybe.
Krampus. I like Krampus. Let's
Yeah.
keep it. That's staying in. Krampus.
Yeah. No, I wasn't gonna correct that. That's fine now. That was what I believed my whole life that he was.
James
Oh.
trumpet
I
dashing.
even saw that movie too, which is
Krampus.
weird.
Yeah, they say it out loud in the movie a lot.
And it's been years though. I saw that on my deployment. Weirdly enough. No, I saw it right when I got back from deployment. That was like the first movie I saw afterwards. Also with us today, he sees you while you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake, but only if you're under 12. It's Jolly Saint Skylar.
Yeah, if you're older than that, you're above my age of attractions.
Oh no.
Gotta keep.
And with you always is your resident villain. It's me. Clark.
Yeah.
Sky, our in-house Grinch.
Yeah.
The constant battle between good and evil, live on the weekly Dadcast here.
Okay, which of you would actually be the one battling me on the side of good?
Yeah, that's a. If George was here, it would be George. But George
we'd
isn't
be
here.
like chaotic good.
No,
And then you're like
I'm
lawful
not the same
evil.
alignment as you. I'm not the same
Yeah,
alignment.
I don't
as
think you two would fall along the same.
Skylar's probably like neutral good, and then like I'm chaotic good.
I
and then-
guess.
and then
You're
Claude
chaotic
is
good, but
like
you're
lawful
occasionally
evil.
chaotic.
I don't know if you're like.
I think James probably is chaotic neutral because occasionally he'll just become chaotic evil at some for no reason.
Yeah, I'd
When do
say
I-
that fits more because sometimes you're just a piece of shit for no reason, and other times you're like, I'm a good person. I've held homeless people.
I stopped reading soda porn because I realized that that's pedophilia.
Yeah, but then you just lie to yourself. Even though a character is a Shota, you're like, no, I don't see them as a Shota, so they're not a Shota. But we're like, James' character's
this
clearly
one.
14.
Not this one. This one is fine.
Hi, welcome to the weekly Dadcast, hosted by two no maps and a villain.
Jesus Christ. I don't want that shit put on me.
It's
That's
on
all-
No
you.
map? I'm not,
Oh.
no
That's
map?
all the memes.
Oh,
No, don't worry
map.
about it. No, don't worry about it.
All right, no map is an anagram, not an anagram. Anyway,
An
it's
acronym.
acronym for non-offending minor attracted person.
Oh.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's one of those. It's one of those things that pedophiles call themselves, so they don't have to call themselves pedophiles.
Yeah, when I talk about pedophiles trying to co-opt the LGBT movement, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, they're like, and that's where the age of attraction.
Yeah, the age of
That's
attraction
exactly
thing.
Yeah.
You thought I wouldn't catch that, Skylar? You thought I wouldn't
Yeah.
catch that dog whistle? I got you, bitch. I caught you in your no map ways. Ugh.
Fucking, that shit's the worst. Anyway,
Skylar,
What?
Skylar, how much to get you to have no map in your Twitter bio?
absolutely not, dude. I'm not trying to go to jail. I'm not trying to have my entire family be like, hey, you guys, what's that about?
Well, I'm just not a big fan of geography. No
Yeah,
maps.
I'm all.
Would
I-
you do
when
it
I
if it
play
said
Red
no
Dead
map and then in parentheses next to it, compass only? Would that be okay?
Yeah, yes, because that's actually pretty funny. And that's actually a pretty good joke. Yeah.
Oof. Oh man. All right. So we've got some fan.
Ironically, that's how I play Red Dead 2.
Oh,
No map.
that's how I play Minecraft. No map, just a compass. That's all I need. We have a fan question here today on the Weekly Dadcast Christmas special. If you'd like to send us in your fan questions and get automatically put on Santa's naughty list, you can send us an email at officialdadcast@gmail.com or hit us up on Twitter at officialdadcast. Derek.
Now, do you
sends
mean
in his-
Santa's naughty list, or do you mean James?
No, no. If you're listening to us, you're probably automatically on Santa's naughty list, but you're on my good list.
That's the same thing.
That Venn diagram's a circle.
Equally as nefarious.
Yeah.
Yes. So Derek asks,
Anyway,
who is an underutilized character in any fiction you wish was used better or more? Mine is Leorio. Leorio gets basically nothing in Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah.
just wants to be
yeah.
a doctor.
Yeah, he just wants to be a doctor. He doesn't fall in line with typical shonen stuff. Or at least not
Except-
that shonen stuff.
Only in the in most stuff. The only thing from Shonen he falls in line in is being the perverted old man, even though he's
But
14.
he's like 17. They say how old
No,
he is.
I thought he said he was 14.
He said he was a teenager. I don't remember the exact age.
I'm pretty sure he says out loud that he's 17 at some point.
I remember the conversation. I remember you saying he could pass for 17, maybe. And that, like, I don't remember.
No, I mean they said that he could pass for being of age to drink alcohol. Was that conversation?
Yeah, because he does.
Yeah, because he does. He just drinks when they're in your canoe.
Fuck it. Rio age. Let's go, Google.
I'm looking at it too.
It even is the first result we've had on Google.
Yeah, it's so unclear. All right, apparently he's 19.
He's 19. Okay, I was close.
19. God damn. Okay.
He's not 14. That would
Weird.
be outrageous.
Maybe there was something wrong with
So
Here's
him
my-
drinking
here's
isn't
for me.
so bad.
Then
Yeah.
why did you say
You
he's
know,
a kid? He says he's a
Says
kid.
He
he's
says he's a
teenager.
teenager.
He says,
He didn't say I'm a
"I'm
kid like you. He's
teenager."
like I'm a teenager like you guys.
Isn't Gone like
Yeah.
12?
Gone is
Yeah,
12.
but Kurapika's not.
Hey,
And neither was
what,
that
15?
old man Tampa.
Wait,
Kurapika was like 15, I think.
Probably.
Gone is 11.
By
And
the
it's
way,
cur-
the worst thing ever is that when you type in Kurapika, the second option after age is X Leorio.
Oh, Gone is
Also,
11.
Kurapika is
and
apparently the same age as Leorio.
Yeah, I see that now. This is
That
weird.
makes
Everyone who's not listening to this, or everyone who's listening to this, I mean, watch Hunter x Hunter. Just do it.
Yeah, do it. Gone. Super Eye Patch will just came out with a new video on why you should still be watching Hunter x Hunter.
Yes.
Anyway, yeah, Gone is 11 at the beginning and is currently 14 to 15 years old. So
He's 12 when he meets Killua at that point, which you have to guess me. Because remember, they literally say that they were friends because they both are.
oh,
And that's like their first thing they said to each other.
yeah.
And then in the anime they forgot that a year had went by, so he stays 12 even at the end. So there was a point where like shouldn't Gon be 13 now because they like had to wait a year before Killua could take the test again.
Don't worry about it. Don't even worry
Yeah.
about it.
I caught that, Togashi. I see it. You
Togashi,
can't hide
you
this from
fucking,
me.
You fucking hack.
Fucking hack.
Eh,
Anyway, in order to answer Derek's question, because we're already off on. I'll say my answer is Anko, Naruto.
God,
Yes.
that's a
I
really
feel
good
like-
answer.
Because I feel like Anko, if you just made her important, then you could fix like a fucking shitload of problems with Sasuke's arc. Because it's like, as it stands, she's like another one of like people that Orochimaru was trying to groom or whatever before. So she has like the PTSD like about like Orochimaru like trying to do shit with her and stuff. And so if you make her like a part of like Sasuke's arc as like a person that was being like, hey, this guy's evil, blah blah blah, that could have like been way more interesting than just having her do nothing. Appear for like only the Chunin exam bit with her in the forest and then never be relevant ever again.
Like if you look at her backstory and then look at her like where the exam starts when you find out like her deal with the curse mark, she's set up to be so important. She's set up to have she has a full plate of food, right? Basically like, hey, here's everything you need. You could be a great character and move the story along, at least for this character, in a very good light. But then like fucking the plate slapped out of her hands, like, no, you don't get any. Go over to the corner until Shippuden. And that's basically how they treat her. And it's
Pretty
dog
much.
shit.
Go over
It's
there
really
and eat
bad.
snacks and get real fat for Shippuden.
Yeah.
Well, no, she's fat for
that's in
Boruto.
Boruto.
She's
That's in
Oh,
Boruto.
my mistake. Isn't she putting on a couple of pounds in Shippuden?
No,
yeah,
she
you
put it. She
couldn't
just
tell
has a
because you
new
only see her
outfit,
for 3 episodes out of the whole 250.
Damn.
and she has like, and she has kind of a cool new outfit. She put in too, so it's like, she's like fun.
You literally
Her-
only
her-
see her when she's getting kidnapped, and that's it.
Oh.
That's her role in
It's-
Shippuden.
Really, it's really bad.
So mine is Miss Joke from My Hero Academia.
Yeah, I see
Because
that.
I
Mishoku is good.
Love. There's two spin-off. No, actually, there's 3. There's 2 that I'm more serious about, but there's 3 spin-off manga I wish existed for My Hero Academia. Number 1 is just a short gag manga for Miss Joke because she's fantastic, and the concept of a hero who makes you laugh, so you drop your defenses and she just fucking slugs you. That's the coolest. Number 2, I want like a 4 coma of like the League of Villains on their off time, like where they're not doing villain stuff. We're like, okay, we have to all wait in this bar. There's no way stuff doesn't happen there. There's no way it's not like interesting. And then the last, I'd like a really short thing that's just with Bakugo's parents and him living there. Like,
Bakugo's like there's so many amazing fan comics of Bakugo's like home life. That
Yeah,
just,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's just the dynamic is so fucking. There's so much potential there.
it's fucking
fucking-
sweet.
Angry ass mom and like the mild mannered dad, and then the kid is like such a shit. Like there's like even little bits of it in the anime that are really fun. Fucking
Hey.
Bakugo's mom yells at him for screaming at his teeth to die.
It's how yelling at the germs to die. Like that's
Yeah, yelling at the
that's a
germs to
moment
die.
where I was like it was a very small turnaround for Bakugo for me. Because the big one was, of course, the fight with Midoriya the second time. But the first one was like when I was like, man, he just is such a piece of shit to everyone, to like just people around him. He's a bully. And then when he was like yelling at his germs to die, I was like, oh no, he's just always like that. He doesn't specifically
Yeah.
just bully people.
Yeah, he's just like a psychopath. He wants everything. I don't know. I fucking love that moment. Is so funny to me because it's just like, yeah, they're self-aware that Bakugo is like kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah,
yeah,
but
I
that's
think
my answer,
Mishoku would be cool for something like that because I feel like, especially like her and Aizawa have really fun. Like they could do a 4 type gag thing. That would be really fun. I don't know.
Like,
I'm a fan of that.
I'll pick up fucking Vigilantes if they have her in there prominently. I know Fat Gum shows up at some point.
I know that Midnight's in there too.
Yeah, she wants to sleep with the kids.
She wants to help those kids release their frustrations. You know.
Oh yes, yes. Anyway, thanks
Yeah,
to
we
Hey,
don't-
everyone.
Where'd that energy come from?
Where'd that power level suddenly come from?
We all know that was a lie.
Was a
Yeah,
lie.
I know it was a lie. Question: I've asked this before, but never on podcasts.
Oh no.
Midnight is gonna sleep with one of those kids. It's inevitable. Which one
Oh,
is
no.
it gonna be?
Yeah, it's
Uh,
gonna be what's
Bakugo.
Mineta.
Oh.
No, it's gonna be Mineta.
Minetta's gonna
Oh.
chase for that shit. Yeah, because
Yeah.
she already got a little bit of history with him.
It's
Trying to
already
chase him
halfway
and
there, to
shit,
be
like,
honest.
Yeah, Minetta's gonna force that. He's gonna work towards that.
Monetta's gonna
He's
be
gonna-
that,
he's
that
gonna
fucking
work
social
for
link in Persona 3.
What?
Yeah, the guy that is the dude that in the cafe is screaming about how he wants to fuck his teacher.
Yeah. Persona 3 was great. That whole social link is just solid.
You mean that thing you didn't play?
I mean, I did play that social link. I
You,
explicitly.
How far did you said you got to the train, right? How far in that
Yeah.
social link was that?
I got to the point where he did actually ask out his teacher.
I feel like that's far in. How did you get that far?
I don't know.
Are you sure you didn't just watch this on YouTube? It's just not
Yes,
consistent with where you were in the story.
We all know my memory is fickle, but I have never actually watched Persona 3 LPs ever. I don't watch Persona LPs. Shit's like way too long for that. If he didn't ask out his teacher at that point, he was at least like really thinking about it and was close. I don't know exactly how far he got into. I know I focused down that fucking social link though. Like weirdly.
Sorry, one more tangent thing. Favorite social link, just in general.
In general, I think my favorite probably is still Soju
Sports girl from Persona 3.
5. What's her name?
I don't know. I just always knew her as Delicious Brown.
Jesus Christ.
I don't even know this character's name. It's just my fetish.
Yeah, okay. Apparently, so you're saying that you don't like the story, you just want to fuck this person, right? Is that what you're saying, James? Do you think favorite social link? You don't think what's my favorite? Your first thing isn't what's my favorite story of social links? It's which of these characters I want to fuck.
Yeah, that's why. Isn't that how he chose his best girl for something you guys argued about? It's just like I
Yeah,
don't
he
know anything
said
about her, but she's the most attractive.
It was Persona 4, and he said that Margaret was his favorite character in the game. I was like, okay, I guess that's fine. But then it was revealed to me several years later that he hadn't actually played Persona 4, and he just said that because he liked her design the most. At the time, I was like, what the fuck? I mean, I guess like Margaret has I mean, she's in the game, so whatever. But I thought that was weird. He said that she liked her more than like Naoto or Aniko or Dojima or whatever. But no, it's just because she's MILF. She's big titty MILF boy. So James, that's what he wants.
All right, well, my answer is gonna be Kawakami. I had so much fun with that.
Kawakami is also good.
But yeah, no more tangents because I can keep going, but I don't need to.
Yeah. Thank you, Derek, for sending in your question. Again, if you'd like to send in your questions, you can email us at officialdadcast@gmail.com or hit us up on Twitter at officialdadcast. So I guess now we'll just move straight on to the weeks. Skylar, how was your week?
It was fine. I haven't really been doing much. I've just been studying for investment license. So that's going. Other than that, I guess like I say, I didn't start playing a new game. A friend of mine bought me a copy of Tales of Berseria.
Oh,
So
wow.
I've been playing that actually. I played a bunch of it with him in co-op because the Tales games have that, which is cool. But yeah, so I'm about 25 hours in at this point, and it's pretty cool. I don't have that much experience with the Tales games. I mean, I played a couple of hours of Symphonia 1, and I played a couple of hours of Tales of Grace's F once. That's about all I got. I can say that the gameplay is weird because it's there's 400,000 systems that all exist at the same time, and it's actually incredibly complicated, the systems in that game. But you can kind of just ignore all of them because the main character is so overpowered that you can just you brute force your way through the game basically. Because basically, okay, so the main system of the game, right, is you have these like a stamina system kind of that are called your souls, and you can make combo chains of moves that you learn. That on every single move in the combo chain, takes some stamina to use. And then when you inflict a status ailment or you stun an enemy, it'll give you another soul, which increases your stamina over the course of a fight, right? But the reason the main character is overpowered is because Every character has a thing called a break soul, which basically is a super move that you do that spends one of your souls. You break one of the little pips that you get, and you give the person that you hit with it a pip, but exchange for an attack that does a bitch load of damage, essentially. And the way it works for the main character is that it's a big attack that does a bunch of damage that also turns you into like your demon mode, like your devil trigger. And so you're in devil trigger, and then after that you get a super move that ends that form, right? And when you use it, it gives you some health also. And so what you do a lot of the time is you do a combo, and then you end the combo with the break soul. So that extends your combo, and then you do the extended combo when you're in demon form mode, and then you end with a finisher. And at that point, you almost certainly will have either caused someone to be stunned, or you will have caused someone to get a status ailment, or they will die from the final hit, and killing an enemy will give you a soul as well. And so you will make up what you lost by spending it, and you'll gain health back, and you just do a bitch load of damage. And so it's just so easy to just like annihilate like every single enemy on screen very easily. And then like other party members are like OP as well. Like you can get like all casters are OP also. So I'm saying it's really easy to break the game despite how much system there is happening. But aside from that, I guess the coolest part about it is the story and like the characters. Because I don't know if either of you like know what it is, but Tales of Berseria is like just Berserk.
Oh, all I knew it was a revenge story. That was it.
It's just Berserk. Like the story setup is okay, I say it's Berserk, but maybe what if Griffith did nothing wrong? Like maybe
so it's Berserk.
Maybe actually didn't do anything. Because like the setup is the main villain man Artorias is like a guy. He's like, hey, so the setting is there's demons, people turn into demons. It's with something called the Demon Blight, and only these people called exorcists can fight demons because they can command these magic things called Malachim to do spells and shit, right? So only the exorcists can fight the demons, but Malachim are rare, and so there's a hard time dealing with the shit. And so what happens is Artorias sacrifices the main character's little brother to summon a fuckload of Malachim into the world and make it so that people can see them, because people can't see them, and there's a bunch of them around. So he basically makes it possible for humanity to fight demons more effectively, and essentially like is able to contain it as a threat to like normal people. And the main character is like, yeah, that's sure, whatever, but fuck you killed my brother, and so she wants revenge on him. And so your party is like this weird mixture of like people that have been marginalized by the new system created by like the religion that has sprung up around the exorcists and things like that. So like your party is like a war demon that was in the prison with you at the beginning of the game, and then like a pirate who was a Moloch who's like, it's fucked up that they like strip the Molochs of their emotions to fight them, so they're like to use them as like just like spell casting tools basically. He's not a fan of that. And then there's Ms. Bagulu, who's just there because she's bored. And she's the best character also. The witch, she's great. Yeah, so I mean, the party has a really fun dynamic. There's lots of fun little dialogue scenes. There's like a really great argument the characters have at one point about whether rhinoceros beetles or stag beetles are cooler, and it's very heated.
Whether rhinoceros what?
Whether or not stag beetles or rhinoceros beetles are cooler, and it's a very heated argument about what the best beetle is.
I'm gonna say rhinoceros beetles.
What?
I'm gonna say rhinoceros beetles.
The answer is a stag beetle. You're wrong. Yeah. Anyway, it's a ton of fun. The story is. I'm really into it so far. So that's a recommend for me, I guess. Yeah, other than that, I've done nothing with my week. So. Yep.
Well, what about you, Claude?
I watched Into the Spider-Verse. That movie is great. Highly recommend. Like I didn't think the movie was gonna be bad, of course, but I went in there and was like blown away. Like I didn't have like a ton of expectations, but it was like way better than what I figured.
Yeah, it's so good.
They did like and it wasn't one of those ones where it's like, hey, you know, there's a secondary character type thing. Like, because I've read a lot of comics where it's like, hey, we knew there used to be this Iron Man, but now there's this Iron Man, and it kind of played up to like, hey, just remember how great the old one is. This is just as good. Like, no, they really focused in on making Miles feel like his own character versus being another Spider-Man, which, you know, that big props to that. I really liked it, like, because I don't know that much about, like, so Miles Morales originally came from like a spin-off series, or not a spin-off series, a side series Marvel had called The Ultimates. I think it was under the second Ultimate storyline where Peter Parker died early in. Because he was there at first, but it was a little bit later into the Ultimates that Miles showed up, where Peter Parker died, Miles Morales became the new Spider-Man. But of course, since this is, you know, an alternate universe, there's also different takes on all of its villains, and those are the ones I wasn't as familiar with. So like that was way more interesting, seeing like all the other villains and how much different they were. Like Doc Ock as a woman in that one, and Scorpion is actually some like half man, half Scorpion hybrid versus an asshole that J. Jonah put in a suit.
His design is great.
What are you saying? You're gonna ask something, James?
No. I misinterpreted. I follow.
Yeah. So
okay.
I mean, that world is just interesting as a whole. And that Ultimates universe is now officially the Sam Raimi Spider-Man universe, because all the dumb shit he was doing. Funny. It was just stuff that happened in the first 3 Spider-Man movies, including the whole dancing like an asshole, like, and all that. So yeah, that Spider-Man is dead. Apparently the one that we're all familiar with is the one who showed up later, who was kind of chubby because he didn't care.
Damn.
My only thing is I wish some of the other Spider-Man, like, because you got your main 3, and then you got the other 3. You got Penny Parker, you got Spider-Ham, and then you got Spider-Man Noir, which is Nicolas Cage, which I liked him way more than I thought I would. I really wish he had more lines.
Because every single line that he had in the movie was gold, though. So that made up.
Like, I would expect only Spider-Man to get like the cheesy stuff, like the dumb, goofy stuff. But they were like, he was telling a story, and then like the wind started blowing, like, to make it more dramatic. He's like, "Where's the wind coming from? We're inside." It's like the wind goes wherever I go. I was like, okay.
I like that bit where he's like, sometimes I let the match burn down to my fingers so I can see if I can still feel. It has so many fucking like just like I don't even like just like dumb like noir cliches. Fucking great.
Yeah, he's great. So anyway, yeah, Enter Spider. And as far as like not a like post-credit sequence, not like a pre-credit sequence, whatever, or scene, whatever. It has my favorite, just in general, credits roll in anything that's not near Automata.
It's amazing. It's amazing. The credit sequence, it's so good.
Like, the scene where I lost my mind was like, you know, the one where Spider-Man masturbating behind the desk and all that.
Yeah,
like,
behind the desk. Yeah,
a billion of them.
I lost my shit when I saw that. It was so good.
Yeah, so I mean that movie is my that movie is probably one of my favorites from the year. It was very good. Might actually be my like one of my favorite pieces of Spider-Man fiction. Period.
Oh yeah, same. I also want someone to fact check me, but I'm pretty sure I saw a reference to the Spider-Man ass slap in that credit sequence as well. But I'm not sure. Are you not familiar with this meme?
No.
Where it's like the 2 dudes in Spider-Man costumes in bed, and then one of them just loudly slaps the other one's ass.
What the fuck is that? Where's that from?
Have you not seen that before? I don't know. I've always seen like the clip separated like from its original context. So I'm not sure what it's from. Well,
I need to know that. Yeah, please. Outside of that, I read a new manga. Wataru-kun no ga Hokai Sunzen, which I don't know the fucking English name for it, but
I don't know
basically
what that is.
it's about some dude, and he's like, oh man, you know, I'm hanging out with my little sister who's kind of a little shit, and oh no, this girl who's come back, my stalker, or a stalker has come into my life, and she used to be friends with me when I was a kid, but just for one day she's destroyed my entire farm, like my family's farm, and then just left for 6 years. Now she's back, and it's like this, I don't know, like a slice of life series, but it has a lot of dark undertones to it. Like there's like times where it seems fine, and then you get like hints that something very horrific's gonna happen. Like him and his sister live with his aunt because his parents passed away or something like that. And his aunt's like, man, you look like my stupid brother. I hate it so much. And he's like, sorry. And then like, you know, that relationship's fine. And then you get like hints that something's gonna go bad and you don't know when. Like there's a point where she's sitting down at her computer, because I guess she's a writer. And he's like, you look like my stupid brother. I hate it. And you're looking at her desktop, and it's just a bunch of pictures of the MC like asleep or like just doing day-to-day activities. Just like, I was like, what the fuck is this? Where's this going? And a lot of characters have stuff like this, where it's like, hey, you know, they seem like normal people, and then you get something that's underlying that's like, that's multiple red flags all at once. So I mean, that's been a decent read. I started playing Stardew Valley again, but this time I've been playing on the Switch because the multiplayer patch just came out. Because I'm pretty far, I'm like 3 years in on my PlayStation, but I just got it for the Switch so I could play multiplayer with a friend, and that's been a blast. The game on its own is great. If you don't have Stardew Valley, like you didn't play it on PC or whatnot, and you do have it on console, and you have any friends with it, highly advise you play it with them. And then the last thing was I was gonna watch Animal World, and I got to a certain point. I was like, this is just the fucking first parts of Kaiji.
I actually did see that all the way this week, actually.
Kaiji or Animal World?
Animal World. And it is just Kaiji. We did figure out that it is an adaptation of Kaiji.
Yeah.
And they just added the clown thing.
Yeah, I don't even like. I haven't gone back to that yet because I was like, I'm gonna go watch that when I'm done with Kaiji, because I didn't know how far it would go, and I have like 4 episodes left in the first season of Kaiji.
It goes till the end. It goes till the end of the RPS game.
Oh, okay. So I'm way past that anyway.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I put that down because I was like, I'm gonna finish Kaiji and then watch that. So I watched the majority of Kaiji over the last week, which is a great anime, great story in general, very, very tense. People get fucking played like a lot, and it's not.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking brutal.
Like to the point where like, hey, you know, like you mentioned, there's a whole rock paper scissors game, and depending on how you play your cards, you can either end up in severe debt with your debt cleared, or meet a fate that's described as worse than death, and no one tells you what happens if you basically lose this game. And it was like, oh man, it's very ballsy. It's very well thought out. There's some bits that's like, oh my god, I don't want to. No, it'd be a spoiler. I don't even want to talk about it. It's just a great gambling anime. Like if you like edge of your seat, like characters outthinking each other, or even just characters. There's a point where everyone gets hyped up, and like they're like, yeah, we're gonna do it, and they start doing the thing, and then they stop and they're like, I don't want to die. I don't want to do this anymore. Like, just a step, because this won't even tell you how it ends. There's something they're gonna do. Is like, hey, you want to win $10 million or $20 million? Come do this thing. And it's like, okay, hey, there's 2 pillars, like going from one side of the building to another. I forgot the distance on them. Let's just say 10 meters, right? And it's like you just walk across, and the first person gets 20 million, and the second person gets 10 million. And they're like, okay, cool. But then they look down, and it's like a 3-story drop.
Oh, I know this.
So it's yeah. So then they like, it's like, okay, you know, people start going and whatnot, and like it gets thinner, and people lose their balance and fall, and you don't die, but you break your bones, and it's horrible. And then some people get to the point where like, I want to go, I want to be first, and they push the people ahead of them, and then they fall and break their bones. And then a couple people won, and they were like, "Yeah, where's our money? Why'd you just give us this coupon?" He's like, "Nah, you didn't understand. Come with me." And he follows them, and he's like, "That's where your money is. That certificate's gonna get you that money. You have to cross this bridge now, which is the same scenario as before. And then when you get to the other side, then you get your money." But the thing is, it's not a 3-story drop. It's like a 30-story drop, like confirmed death if you fall. It's like, oh, and just to make sure, before you were disqualified if you fell and caught the bar, but this time they're electrocuting the bar. So if you try and like grab the bar to like stabilize yourself, you will just be electrocuted and then fall to your death. Like it is. Of course, I'm not gonna say what happens, but like, man, that series gets really tense. Highly recommend. It's very good. But yeah, that was my week.
I remember there was in that moment. I haven't watched Kaiji. I have it. I have a copy of it that I'm going to start watching. But there's a specific person that falls, and that moment when he does is like, oof.
Honestly, most of them are oof. They're all pretty bad.
Well, yeah, but there's a specific one where it's kind of quiet, I guess.
Oh, I know the one you're talking about.
Yeah. My week has been pretty uneventful. Unfortunately, I've been working, and I've just been enjoying that. And Skylar, did I talk about fucking Digital Devil story or saga?
You did not. Digital Devil Saga. You did not talk about that, but I would like to talk about Digital Devil Saga.
Okay, well, I started playing Digital Devil Saga, and that game's fun.
Yeah,
What's with these Spider-Man fucking spank each other? I just saw this.
Yeah, I have no idea the context of that meme, but it is a meme that exists.
Oh man.
I am fairly certain I saw a reference to it in those credits, but I need to go back and find it.
That would be great. I don't believe it, but that would be great.
It's a pretty popular meme, and they put multiple memes in that end slate that were like, like if that's like, not the most appropriate for children, so I wouldn't be surprised.
But Digital Devil Story is great.
Digital Saga.
Saga. I'm sorry. There's so fucking many. God damn. But anyway, it's really good. Starts out really, really fast paced.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, that's the most quick paced fucking SMT game I've ever played. Holy shit.
By the way, are you down with that devouring system?
I haven't
you got it down yet?
I haven't gotten that far into the game. I just unlocked the sphere.
It's called the hunts.
The hunts. I just unlocked the sphere grid.
Okay.
So
I highly recommend just looking up an optimal build for the sphere grid stuff, because it's fucking dense, and it would suck really bad if you poorly kitted out a character because you didn't know what their affinity was or whatever before.
Well, I think doesn't it show you their affinity or whatever in the
menu? It does, but there's a lot of ways you can do it. You can filter out their sphere grid stuff. So I'm just saying it makes it way easier.
Okay, I might consider doing that. But I've been enjoying it a lot. I really like the combo system that's in place. I
cool.
love.
Isn't it just like a modified press turn?
It is modified press
turn.
Yeah. But the combo system I was specifically referring to is going having one person in demon form and then another person not in demon form, and you get special gun.
Yeah. It's you get your fucking your things from Chrono Trigger.
Yeah, they're just called combos in the game.
But I forget what they're called in Chrono Trigger, which is why it's bothering me.
That's really fun. I'm loving these fucking Canada designs.
Dude, they're all great. That's I feel like the Digital Devil Saga is super accessible for people that play Persona, because there's no fusion and there's no negotiation. You have a set party people, which is nice.
Yeah, it's real good. I was actually really surprised by how just super. It's pretty linear. It's at the beginning. At least.
It is. Yes. It stays that way for the most part.
Oh, okay. Well, that's kind of cool. I appreciate that. Because that's the thing. Like, I keep telling myself, like, man, I got to go back and play Persona 3. But then I'm like, I load up my save file and I see him at the very beginning, and I'm just like, I don't want to have to go through all this introductory shit again. It's so
Yeah, dude,
tedious.
like, yeah, DDS like fucking just like it just goes. Like you start the game and like within an hour you're in a dungeon.
Yeah.
Also,
Not
by the
even
way,
an
that
hour.
soundtrack is so good.
Oh yeah, that's a good fucking soundtrack.
So good. The battle theme, the fucking theme for like the main base, I forget what it's called. That song is great. Fucking love the boss theme.
I love the computer design of what's it called? The dissemination machine.
Oh yeah, dude,
Just-
that game is weird. It has so much like casual Buddhist shit in it all over the place, and I don't even
Yeah.
understand what they're going for with it.
We gotta do the team deathmatch so we can reach Nirvana.
Yeah, fucking devour everyone.
Oh, I love video games where cannibalism is just a main mechanic. I love it.
It's literally you just eat people,
Just eat
and then
'em.
everyone's like, I don't understand what the problem is. Why do I feel so evil inside? Is it because I'm eating everyone that I come across?
My favorite like detail. It's super dumb, but a character shows up and she's just like a normal character with like black hair. And people are like
Sarah,
weirded
right?
out. Yeah, Sarah. And people are like weirded out. I've never seen like people with like white hair, blue hair, orange hair, and she was like, they're like, I've never seen a person with that kind of hair color before. It's so
yeah,
weird.
there's a person with black hair.
Mm.
Yeah. Because it's like the setting is cool because it's like this big like circular like land type thing all centered around this giant tower in the middle of like the place, and everything is cordoned off into like districts that are controlled by different factions, and all the factions are fighting each other basically for like control of the land. And if I remember correctly, it's whoever owns all of the land then you can
Yes.
go to the tower at the end and they'll achieve Nirvana, basically.
Yeah, it's literally a team deathmatch to reach Nirvana. There's
Yeah.
five factions, and when you defeat a faction, you get control over whichever one you beat, and then you fight all the other ones. And if you beat all of them, you get to go back to the tower and achieve Nirvana, whatever that means in this situation.
Yeah.
I love it.
The setting is this really cool, like almost
Barren.
like, yeah, because I don't know what to call it. It's not quite cyberpunk, but it's like
post cyberpunk. It's like a barren
Yeah.
wasteland, like
It reminds
from a
me of-
post-apocalyptic future, but it's like post-apocalyptic. It's like the post-apocalyptic future of the Blade Runner universe.
yeah. It kind of reminds me of like the setting in Texanalize.
I have to watch
Which is-
that.
Yeah. But then it also has like a bunch of SMT shit happening.
Yeah, I love it. I love it when SMT shit gets into my
Yeah.
post-traumatic.
By the way,
stress.
I say that the best, low-key, the best parts of SMT games are the actual dumb as fuck SMT stuff that still happens in those games. Like those games have really weird sense of humor. With the way when demons talk to you and shit.
Oh
they
yeah.
They don't act like they're in a serious video game most of the time.
Yeah.
Like they're like Jack Frost shows up and he's like making hee-ho puns at you, and Mothman is like, by the way, I'm the coolest ever. You fucking love Mothman, you bitch.
Who's your favorite demon? Is it Mothman, or Mothman?
Yeah, exactly. That's the best. And yeah, I love that shit. I fucking love it. And that's why like Rido 2 is so good. All the demon kinds are fantastic. You have to like talk to because it's like an action adventure game. So you talk to the demons like NPCs. They have amazing dialogue. Yeah, DDS is really good. I've yet to play the second one, but for the first one is very good.
Wow, what a coward. Not even playing all of the video games.
I mean, it's fucked up because DDS is like DDS 1 is more accurately DDS Part 1
Oh,
Because
okay,
it's
it's one
like-
of those.
because it's basically one game split into two games. I just haven't played
Mm.
this. I just haven't played the second.
Damn.
Yeah, and so that means it's fucking long. By the way.
Oof. Can't wait.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mostly just been playing that.
Oh,
and
who's your
working.
favorite design you've seen so far? By the way.
The first boss.
Yeah, that one's cool.
Armless zebra, and then when it grows arms, it's
Yeah.
even weirder.
Yeah, that was cool. I was thinking like I think my favorite is still I mean the MC's demon design was really cool. Seraph or whatever.
Yeah.
That's just cool. But I really like what's his name? The guy that's Steve Bloom. What's the character's name? The guy that's voiced by Steve Bloom.
Oh, I don't
It's not-
remember.
It's not Heat. Heat is the guy with the dreads. And then there's like is it Gage?
I don't know. I'm sorry.
He's good though. Steve Bloom guy is good though. That's a good character. He doesn't comprehend.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry.
Sorry. Whatever.
I haven't had time to memorize their names.
How long have you
I
been playing?
remember
this?
Heat's.
I'm only just past the first boss, so like not far.
Yeah, that's not that far.
Yeah.
Because it's like you start the game and then you do like a small encounter at the beginning. And then there's like some bits like where you go to the like you like do a dumb fight or whatever. And then you get called to the tower, and that's like the first like hour and a half of the game.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like it doesn't take long to get to the first boss basically.
It doesn't. It's very straightforward. Let's see. Fuck. What else? Should I talk about the thing that happened?
But I mean, if you want to, if you feel like you want to talk about that in public, then sure. But that's up to you.
Well, you know, it'll come up anyway because the reality is I won't be on the podcast for a bit, right?
Right.
So I'm homeless now. I thought
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm homeless now because I fucked up really hard. It's a long story, but that's the gist of it. Is I fucked myself over. So don't feel too bad, listeners. But I'm homeless and I won't be on the podcast for a bit. But thankfully, we're gonna have some audio. Hopefully, we'll have some audio quality upgrades in the near future. Depending on if I can find somewhere a library or something, I might still be able to edit the podcast. But it's kind of debatable right now. It's up in the air. But yeah, that happened, and I don't really have anything else for my week, unfortunately. So let's just let's move right on into the waifu cast. Who is our waifu this week, Claude?
This week we're gonna be talking about Mitsuru Kirijo.
Okay. She is my ice queen, and I love her.
Why?
Blood already out here for looking for blood.
Yeah, because I need him to tell me why he loves her. Because I have the context on what her deal is, and I don't love her.
I actually like how she how her family relates back to the main character. I like her design. I like her personality. And I'm just really big into being bullied by rich women. So.
He wants to be stepped on.
I don't want to be stepped on. I don't want to be stepped on. I want to be stabbed.
Why doesn't he like Ant? Oh, then why don't you like Toad? Oh, you might.
Also, I don't know. Rich bitch just always got me. It's just always got me for some reason.
I mean, okay, here's my thing with Mitsuru is that I don't understand why she's so popular. Aside because it's like, I mean, I do understand, but I think she's overrated. It's just yeah. I feel about Mitsuru the same way I feel about Makoto which I know is that's people are gonna stab me.
I would. Next to me right now.
I don't like Makoto, but I feel like it's just like she's just kind of like milk toast. Yes. I don't like.
Like,
Oh no!
like Mitsuru is like the most like I don't care character I've seen in like the longest time, and it sucks even more because she has a lot of plot relevancy. Like,
A lot
Yeah,
of
she
plot
does.
relevancy.
Yes, she does.
oh yeah, my dad, and the fact that like her plot ties in the most to Worst Girl from that game makes it even
Damn.
worse.
Damn.
Yeah, Yukari sucks. I agree.
Yukari's
Well,
awful.
I'm also into her big baps.
Remember
Yeah, that's-
how
it's you.
in the answer that Mitsuru sides with Yukari for the sole reason of I guess I owe you one.
It's pretty
And
good.
this sucks. She's even like, no, I don't agree with you, Yukari. Your opinion is whack. But I guess I owe you one.
Damn. Damn.
Fucking-
That's ridiculous.
Whew.
I don't know, man. I don't like I don't see a redeeming quality in her. I don't see anything that like shines enough for me to be like, she's
James,
fantastic.
this fucking art you posted. What the fuck is this? Why you do this?
What do you post? Where?
It's
It
in
is in
DADCast.
DADCast.
Oh man, it's for the viewers at home. It's just
Oh,
really.
that looks horrific.
Yeah, for those at home who don't see it, it's very bad art, quote unquote, of Mitsuru Kirijo.
Where she looks kind of like a horse. It has a horse face.
She has very much a horse face. This is why we don't let silly gaijin draw anime. It's because it turns out like this.
Unless they're like rice.
Yeah, unless they're like Rice Pirate. Rice Pirate's pretty cool. He can draw anime.
But he's Asian. He's half Asian. He's half Chinese.
That is, yeah, he's Chinese.
Chinese are technically gaijin because they're not Japanese.
Is that true?
I mean, I
think
don't
that's
know.
true.
I've
I
never heard it called that.
I don't know, dude. I'm not
I don't.
Japanese.
I don't speak the Japan words.
I don't want to trust James on this, so I'm just gonna say no.
Okay.
I feel like I'll never go wrong if I believe that.
Also, I really like fan art of Shy Mitsuru. That's good shit to me. That gives me life, as Skylar would say.
Yeah, well, not as good as I guess.
I mean, yeah, but
Nah.
I can't finger I guess, can I?
You can. It's just
You
gonna
can
hurt.
if you tried hard enough.
Yeah, you'll lose that finger probably.
One finger? I'm gonna lose the whole damn hand, motherfucker.
I mean, if you're that eager, go for it.
You guys ever see that image of like Labrys and Yosuke, where like they're like laying down
Yes,
and like
I
Yosuke's
yes,
hand
I already
is
know.
off, and Labrys is like all embarrassed.
Wait, I'm
Yeah,
confused.
yeah.
Wait, fucking Claude spoke over you. What?
The meme is an image of like Labrys and Yosuke, and obviously the implication is that Yosuke was trying to fist Labrys, hand was chopped off.
Oh,
And
Yeah,
so
and she's
and so-
super
and so
embarrassed about it.
she's embarrassed, and Yosuke is looking at his severed hand, and is like, "Oh, I guess that happened."
Didn't he say something like "it's all right"? Or I don't remember. I haven't seen the image in a while.
It's not like that. He's like not very upset about it. Yeah.
He knew what he was getting
it's
into.
Yeah. By the way, I think it's funny that some people it's very common for people to ship Labrys and Yosuke because of how their interaction Ultimax, which is so weird to me.
weird.
Oh, that's fucking like I wish I got that because I didn't play Ultimax. I played Arena.
I played Ultimax, and then I stopped playing Ultimax because my buddy, our mutual friend James, would kick my ass all the time, and I'd be like, I don't want to. He'd kick my ass with Mitsuru too. And I'd be like, man, I don't want to play this video game anymore because I'm bad at it, and I
Why don't
can't
you just get
that-
good at games?
I couldn't get better at that because at a point, James was just like, I was still new to fighting games, and James wasn't, and James would just play this game all the time, and I would just, it was a bad time.
I mean, you know, it's all about just the time you put in. Like James got
Also-
in fighting game before me. I beat his ass regularly in Marvel 3.
Also, Ultimax was confirmed to be whack.
I don't know about all
Yeah,
that.
but but it's still fun though.
It is. It's fun, and just I didn't have a lot of fun when I was losing all the time.
Ultimax is Kusoge, but it is fun Kusoge.
Anyway,
non-viable for Mitsuru.
I vote viable.
I'm gonna say non-viable because I don't like her.
I will remember this day. I will remember this day, Skylar, and your lips will not go unbreathed on.
I thought you were gonna say unkissed.
Both.
I feel like breathing on me is still like a fucking awful, horrifying threat.
Yeah, because he has cum breath, so it's like you're not gonna be cool with it at the end of it. But one's way worse than the other.
Just
wait. If he kisses you, you got that lingering taste, and you're like, oh no.
Just wait, bitch. We're gonna cum swap, and you're not even gonna know it.
That's disgusting.
I'm not a fan.
Let's
of
move
that
on to
one.
the news.
The news. What's in the anime news? I said, what's in the anime news?
Aren't you the fucking host? Why am I doing this?
I don't know. You wrote the docket. Anyway, anime news.
Nigga, you do this every week. I just make the docket. You go down.
My Hero Academia season 4 was confirmed to be a fall 2019 show. They say they wanted to, the studio. What studio does My Hero Academia?
Bones.
Bones says they want to take the extra time to work on the animation quality of the fights, which is good because there's a lot of really good fights in that arc that they're gonna have.
Also, lots of fights in general in this arc.
Yes.
Half the season's gonna be fights. Almost. At least the last quarter of it.
And the last quarter of this arc is just
fucking back to back fights.
It's basically like a fucking endurance run.
God damn. I'm so hyped for this fucking arc.
Yeah, man,
What's the
I'm
arc
excited
actually
for it
called
too.
again?
I think you'll either call it Yakuza arc or the overhaul arc. It's the
Okay.
Either way, the same thing. I mean, it's
what?
Either way, it's because he's the leader of that group, which is Yakuza. So even if you called it the overhaul arc, it's same difference.
Right. If you have still not somehow watched all of My Hero Academia yet, get on that shit, please. The dub's also pretty alright.
The dub's really good.
Yeah,
there's only a couple characters in there. My sister doesn't even really care about anime, and she went because I was talking up the My Hero Academia movie, Two Heroes, and she's like, "Yeah, no, I'll go watch that. It sounds interesting, because her boyfriend likes it." And a couple weeks after that, she was like, "You have the Blu-rays, right? Can I borrow those?" So now she's in there.
Damn, Claude out here getting everyone in his life to get into My Hero.
Well, that was more so her boyfriend than me. I just happened to have the Blu-rays, so it was easier for her to do.
Nah, take credit for it. What's she gonna say? What's she gonna say? What's she gonna do? Correct us? She doesn't listen. She doesn't listen to this podcast. Hopefully.
I don't know. Probably not.
That's good. Man, what if she came up to you and made some real inside joke shit about the podcast? This.
That'd be weird.
She just comes up to you, like, "Hey man, that Winnie the Pooh shit was great," and then walks off.
I mean, I'd be like, okay, I guess she listens.
Yeah. Would that hinder you in any way, knowing that your sister listens? No, huh? Yeah.
The fact that this is public already, I'm not opposed to anyone listening to it, as long as they're not a little kid.
Yeah, it's really weird how Skylar tries to get kindergartners to listen in. Yeah.
Not even gonna engage with that one.
Well, saying that means that you just engaged with it. Therefore, I win anyway.
Damn it, you got me there.
Yeah. You know what else we got? Anime Beans. Production IG is launching the Anime Beans app.
I guess we do
What?
get those.
Okay.
except China, for streaming anime.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know the details on this. Is this only Production IG stuff, or?
Yes.
I believe so, which
Okay.
means then I don't know what's even gonna be on this then, because
It's just a way to archive all of the fucking
I wonder if there'll
Ghost
be
in the
like
Shell.
Production IG subsidiary stuff on here too. Like I'm pretty sure Production IG owns Studio Wit, so I wonder if like
Do they?
Attack on Titan stuff will be in there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Hmm.
I could be wrong about that, but I know Production IG was heavily involved with Attack on Titan's production.
I'm gonna look that up because, like, I don't doubt you, but I've just never.
I'm pretty sure there is a connection there between those studios, but I might have remembered what it was.
Wit Studio is a Japanese animation studio founded on June 1st, 2012 by producers at Production IG as a subsidiary. Okay.
Yep, I got it. Nailed it.
Nailed it. In-house weebs. They're good for something.
When part of this podcast revolves around anime,
Yeah.
it's kind of good for a lot.
God, imagine a podcast that revolved around anime but didn't have weebs in it.
So if it was like a podcast with like you and George that had heavy anime news, I'd love to see. I don't.
You mean like you just mean like that Richard Chief anime podcast that exists?
Oh God, I never listened to it. Did you?
That's the thing. I think I listened to one episode of it and wanted to die instantly.
Like, how bad does it get? Like, I don't
It's
know
just
much about
like,
Mr. Teeth.
do you want to listen to I hate using the term normie, but normie ass people who don't know anything talk about like the most basic bitch seasonal anime, then that's the podcast for you.
Oh.
I kind of want to see one episode of it.
I think I listened to the first episode and then instantly wanted to die. Gave up.
Okay, I'm gonna need to check that out because I need to hear how bad that is. Especially like, all right, we're gonna be hitting you with some hot takes. First of all, we don't think sword art's good. I'm like, oh, okay, that's where we're starting.
Okay.
Wait, that's how it starts?
No, I just
No,
made it
I
up.
don't
I have no
know.
idea how it starts.
Yeah, I don't remember that. That was years ago. It was also years ago.
Controversial opinion. We don't know what to think about sword art yet.
Controversial.
Yeah, I'm still on the fence.
Controversial hot take. Dragon Ball Z might not be all that cut out what it's cut out to be. Might have some flaws in it.
And then you see Super Eye Patch burst through the window with his Goku Dakimakura pillow. Or actually, no, it would be Majin Vegeta actually, not Goku.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All manlets have a Dakimakura of Vegeta.
It's true.
Vegeta's cooler than Goku.
I too like
Get
Vegeta
over
a lot.
Yeah, manlets would say that about second best, wouldn't they?
Who do you think's best?
No. I mean, Vegeta is quite literally second or third best, power-wise.
It's true. It's true. Vegeta is like he's like the ultimate jobber.
Mm-hmm.
The way I always describe it, like I usually talk about like the Vegeta syndrome, where it's like you're a boss until the real boss comes around.
Yeah,
It's
pretty
like,
much.
Hey, I'm a legendary Super Saiyan. I could probably beat Goku. Let me slap up this fat android. Oh, now a teenage girl? Let me just get my arm broken and then the other one and get punked out. Like, the moment a real boss came around, Vegeta he was like, all right, time to job.
Yeah, Vegeta's cool until someone who Goku needs to fight shows up.
Yeah.
Vegeta's always there to make sure. Vegeta's always there to make sure the enemy gets over.
I got a coupon for I came to buy this Kakarot with one free Vegeta.
Yeah,
that's good. That's good.
Anyway, Piccolo is the best Dragon Ball character, so that's.
I disagree. I think the answer is Gogeta is the best Dragon Ball character.
That he is not canon yet.
Gogeta is canon.
He is canon right now because that movie is out.
It's
somewhere.
Out in Japan. God damn it.
It's out in Japan. Yes, it's just not out here.
God damn it. You're right. I can't argue with that now.
Piccolo's my second favorite. My new favorite is Beerus because that level of pettiness of like, this dessert was good, but it has kind of a greasy aftertaste, so I'm gonna destroy half of your planet.
I do like Vegito also.
Vegito's cool.
Vegito's alright.
We get way more. All right, so it's fine to say, in my opinion, like it's cool to like Gogeta, but like you don't get as much play with Gogeta as you do Vegito.
Wait a second. Is this new movie gonna confirm that Gogeta is stronger than Vegito?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Because
Why
like,
would it?
well, because like Super Saiyan Blue is obviously not gonna be enough to defeat Broly in this.
Yeah.
So like if they have to fuse and turn into Gogeta, I mean that means it's that's at least stronger than Vegito.
Well, no, because Vegito they need the earrings. They can just dance to make Gogeta. Like it's convenient to that point. So there's no like guarantee it's stronger. It could just be like, hey, we don't happen to have any literal gods next to us. Let's do this fucking dance.
Wait, no, but isn't Beerus in the movie?
Beerus doesn't wear those. It has to be the Kai.
Oh, that's right, the Kai.
Yeah, and Wiz is in the trailer, but I don't know how that's.
I don't think Wiz wears those earrings.
No, he
I don't think he
doesn't.
does.
You said gods, and I just immediately went to.
No, that's fair for you to say that, but yeah, it's the Kai specifically.
Yeah, but at a point you gotta wonder, like, why don't they just carry that shit in a pocket?
Because they don't like doing it, and their wives feel weird about it.
Their wives shouldn't feel weird about it. They get. Never mind. Anyway, Boogie Pop is getting a 1 hour premiere. I have no idea what this is. Please explain.
Yeah, actually give that to Skylar because I'm hyped for it, but he actually knows about it.
Yeah. Okay. So Boogie Pop is like one of the Elder God light novel franchises, basically.
Oh no.
And no, it's like back before light novels were bad. So it's like it's the light novel that started and inspired the like urban fantasy light novel trend. And the basic plot is that it's like the god Shinigami Boogie Pop is like a thing that shows up to fight off like eldritch horrors basically, and it's like this episodic kind of thing with the characters where like they'll encounter some sort of eldritch abomination and then Boogie Pop will show up and it'll solve the problem. And it's very character driven kind of thing, and it's like so this new show is an adaptation of the first novel. I think they might go farther than that, which is cool because even though there is a Boogie Pop anime that exists already, which is Boogie Pop Phantom, that one is not an adaptation of the novels. It is a anime original story that takes place like between volumes 1 and 2 and references volume 6. So it's kind of a weird thing. So this is actually going to adapt the first novel, and so it's cool that this is going to have an hour-long special opening because the beginning of the first book is a little bit slow because it kind of has to set everything up. So I assume they just wanted to get to the cool part that will happen in episode 2 during the premiere. So so this is cool. I'm a fan of this. This looks really good. I'm really excited this is happening. This Boogie Pop is really cool. It's a super like unique franchise that really never got a lot of play in the U.S. I hope this means that people will that whoever owns the light novel license here will translate more of the novels. Because we only got like 1, 2, 3, and 6 in the States, which is whack.
Why wouldn't you do it in 4 and 5 first?
I don't know. Don't worry about it. Yeah, so like we only got a couple of them, and they're not even like all in order. So it's pretty.
There's
dumb.
a point when I went to like Barnes and Nobles, and I was there with my girl because she was getting like some books for whatever. I don't even remember why. But I was in the manga section. I was like, oh, Boogie Pop, sweet. And this is I thought it was a manga. Just shortly after me finding out that it was like coming out as an anime, I was like, let me just flip through and see the art. And like it was a massive book. I grabbed it, I opened it, I was like, where
yeah, it's a real ass book, and like calling it a light novel is fucked up because those are long too.
It was a massive book. Like I was like, this is like you put like 2 Gundam Origin books next to each other, and it was that.
Oh, there might have been a compilation thing then. That might have had like the first like things in it. I don't know.
All I know is it said Boogie Pop 1, and it was huge.
Dan. Yeah, because the American title is Boogie Pop and Others. The Japanese title is Boogie Pop wa Wada Wanai, which means Boogie Pop doesn't laugh. Yeah, I don't know. It might have been like a collection of all volumes of the first story, which might have been why it was so long. I don't know. Anyway, Boogie Pop is cool. People should check it out because it's cool.
And the PV's out there too, so check that out, people. Just
And
type in
Kensuke
Boogie Pop
Ushio.
PV in your YouTubes.
And Kensuke Ushio is doing the soundtrack, who did the soundtrack for Devilman, Crybaby, and Ping Pong, and Liz and the Bluebird. So, get excited for that.
Please be excited.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So moving on, fearless leader. What's next on the docket?
What's next, motherfucker, is our multimedia news. And guess what? That Aladdin movie, its poster just came out, and oh boy.
I don't think it's the poster. I think that's just a magazine cover.
Oh, it's still not good.
It's not good though. You're right, but it's not the
Will-
poster. It's
I
like a
like-
press.
Will Smith had to come up being like, no, that's just what I'm gonna look like when I'm gonna be in human form, but I am gonna be blue and CG in the movie. Okay.
Why are you like this?
It'll probably be inoffensive. The movie will be. The movie will probably be inoffensive, like the rest of these live action Disney movies have been. But that whatever it was on the magazine cover was not great. Could be better. Looked really bad.
It did. I'm just not looking forward to this at all.
I feel like I have this weird thing about Will Smith now, where I used to really like Will Smith in movies, and now he's only been in like movies where he's he's himself and he's not acting differently, but he just doesn't fit in that area at all, and so I get annoyed at him. Like, Will Smith, you're being Will Smith in this movie, but you shouldn't be here. You should be somewhere else.
Which is the one that did that to you the worst?
Well, what was the worst one ever was the YouTube Rewind video.
That's hot.
Because
That's hot.
that was, Will Smith loves Fortnite. Apparently, everyone gets excited about that.
I never
That was
watched
really bad.
Don't
But
eat.
apparently,
Fortnite, that's
for
all it
mo-
was.
for movies, it was probably Suicide Squad.
Yeah. Y'all saying we're some kind of Suicide Squad?
Yeah. It's just because it's just that movie is so weird because it was like the halfway.
The movie's
of the
so not
market-
good.
Yeah, well, no, it's like it's not good for lots of weird reasons. Like, it's like they halfway wanted the characters to be villains, but also they wanted like Deadshot to be pathetic, and so he's
Yeah.
just like a bad guy who does bad things, but he does Will Smith jokes, so he's endearing, and it's really, really weird. The way
It's also
that
really
they
weird when
set
you
up
think about the
Deadshot's
fact that that character becomes Slade, and it's like, oh.
No,
Yeah.
he doesn't. What are you talking about?
Yeah, no, that's Deathstroke.
Oh, God, I'm sorry, I
Completely
get him
different people.
confused. I get him confused,
Deathstroke.
man.
That's racist.
Yeah. Except it's not.
It's not. The one time, it's not racist for me to confuse people's names.
Villains are a race, all right. Shut up.
It's a culture, not a costume. Even though I'm literally wearing a costume.
Yikes, my culture is not your costume, says DC villain. That's alright. I actually like that. That's fun. I want to.
That's a podcast title. And then in other movie news, the Hellboy trailer dropped, and I'm not particularly. I'm weirded out by it. It's got a weird tone to it. Did the other Hellboy
Okay, wait,
movies
so-
Have what?
Did the other Hellboy movies have like this like really hard? Like, I knew there was comedy in Hellboy, but like, did it always have that like really like jokes per minute tone to it?
I mean,
kind of like
kind of.
Hellboy
There's
is
a point where like
it's not-
Hellboy and the mermaid guy got drunk and just were
Oh.
yucking it up as alcoholics. In like, it was good.
Yeah, and they trashed the base because they're so drunk.
Yeah.
Damn.
Like Hellboy is one of those series where I enjoy, but I don't care. Like
I haven't seen Hellboy, to be honest.
I think Hellboy is I think Hellboy is really cool, but it's a
Yeah.
franchise that I only have exposure to via the Del Toro movies. So like,
I
You know,
keep
those
forgetting
are
it's a
cool.
comic book.
that's how it started.
I mean, I just haven't had a chance to read it. All I know about the comic is that panel of the monkey with the, which is amazing.
Wait, panel of the monkey with the what?
It's just a really great panel of like it's like a monkey, and then Hellboy's like, is that a monkey? And then it
Oh.
says, holy shit, he has a gun. And it's just the next
What
panel
the
is just a
fuck?
monkey just shooting a machine gun.
What the fuck?
It's really
Okay.
good. Yeah. I actually haven't seen this trailer, so I can't remark on it, but I can say that I saw the picture of the guy playing Hellboy. And while the makeup, I'm happy it's makeup and they're not doing CG Hellboy, that's good. And the makeup doesn't look bad. I just am
No, it
sad
doesn't.
that it's not Ron Perlman.
That's
Yeah.
not Ron Perlman?
No.
Because Ron Perlman was like legitimately perfect. Was
That
actually
was a
like
role for him.
I couldn't tell that
Made
wasn't Ron
play
Perlman. Oh
Hellboy.
shit. Who is that?
made. It's just a guy. I don't know who it was. The dude who was made to play Hellboy. Apparently, I read the other day that Del Toro apparently fought for years to for studios to let him cast Ron Perlman as Hellboy. And so I'm sad that he's not back because it was like, he's perfect.
Jesus, I couldn't even tell that wasn't Ron Perlman. I thought his face structure looked like it was like hella different, but
Well, it's everything. You can tell from the voice. That's how you can tell.
God,
Because he doesn't sound anything like him.
David Harbour is playing Hellboy. I don't actually know who that is.
I don't know either, but like
Oh, he's the dude that played the cop from Stranger Things.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't
Alright.
dislike him, but I would have preferred Ron Perlman.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
Okay. It's been a long ass time since I've heard Ron Perlman's voice, so I guess my brain either
I think
autocorrected it.
his voice is so distinct to me though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, but
Yeah.
gaming news: Beyond Good and Evil 2 requires an internet connection to play because it is a seamless multiplayer co-op experience. So if you were hoping to, not have to do that for Beyond Good and Evil 2, get fucked, I guess. You have to play co-op or whatever for this video game.
Okay, so I guess neither you have any attachment to Beyond Good and Evil. But I played it. I played the first one. I was very excited for this one because the thing with the first game is that it's like actually kind of cool. Like the map is like this big like interconnected thing, and the way the game progresses is kind of interesting because it's kind of like you have to like it's almost like an adventure game where you like have to piece together this like this conspiracy involving like the food or whatever and the government and shit. And the way that you go about doing that is really cool and interesting in the way you interact with the area of the game. I remember when they were talking about the second one and the reason why it was taking so long to come out and why it was being delayed, it was because they wanted to have the same kind of like sprawling like conspiracy type story, have it take place over multiple different planets, like different maps you could go on, have to seamlessly like link space travel with ground-based shit and whatever. And so I was excited for that single player component of seeing how they would tie together like a story involving a government conspiracy type thing into this. But because it's like multiplayer, I'm worried that they're just trying to make this like a Destiny type thing. And like that's really worrying. That's like not at all what Beyond Good and Evil is. Because the draw of the first game was the story. It was like a really cool because you played as a reporter. There was like barely any action sequences in that game. So I don't know. I'm worried about this. I'm not a fan of this news that they're saying with their mouth. I don't like it.
Well, I guess you'll never be seeing Skylar out here playing Beyond Good and Evil 2. So don't add him to do co-op, because he'll just tell you all the things that's wrong with you and how you're a menace to society, probably.
Sure, I will do that.
He will do that. Just like how Blizzard will pay its people to quit. Blizzard... Oh god, I'm only just being introduced to this article, but on a dime. Wow. Skylar out here actually having diabetes? What a bitch.
There's a lot of people with that, so be careful where careful where you're throwing that weight at.
What? I'm just gonna cover myself in sugar. What are they gonna do? What are they gonna do to me? Nothing.
Shoot you.
With what? I'm covered in sugar. It can't hurt me.
Well, you heard it here first, folks. Sugar can stop bullets.
It can. The crystals will just like absorb the impact from the bullet. Dude, it's super easy. I read it in a science book once.
Cover yourself in sugar, go to the hood and yell the hard R, see how long that works.
It'll work for exactly as long as I need it to.
Okay.
Anyway, Skylar, do you want to go? Do you want to explain this? Since I only just found this article and stuff.
Oh, wait, is this the one about Blizzard employees?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So the thing with Blizzard is that there's like a branch of their customer service company in Ireland, right?
Yeah.
And essentially, what they're trying to do is they're trying to like I think they're trying to close down that branch, and so they're basically like saying like, hey, if you quit, people that work here will pay you some money. This was happening. People are looking at this as kind of like a thing where like a sign that Activision is like getting closer to like buying out Blizzard completely, as opposed to just having a partnership. So they're just like completely absorbed into Activision.
See, this is weird because I always assumed Activision was the smaller company.
No.
I thought Blizzard bought out Activision. My bad.
Nope.
Activision's massive.
Yeah, big publisher company.
Huh. Okay. Well, I can't wait for Call of Duty Heroes of the Storm. That'll be fun.
What?
I can't wait for Captain Price to finally get into Heroes of the Storm as a character. I've always wanted that.
Have you?
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely, dude.
I believe you.
I don't know, man. Fucking cool. I guess good for Activision, bad for Blizzard. It's pretty fucked up.
Good for Activision, says James.
I mean, it's
Good
really
for nobody.
It's.
I mean,
yeah.
both of them are honestly like I don't really like big publishers owning anything, because that's when you get the scummiest of the scum shit.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
we're gonna talk about the scummiest of the scum shit in a little bit.
Are we?
Yes, we are. Did you forget already?
Wait. I'm sorry. Yeah, I did forget.
Well, I guess you're gonna learn about it in a second then.
Okay. Moving on, I guess to.
Why you sound so confused? How did you forget? It's on the docket.
It's on the docket.
I'm just. Oh man. Anyway, Kage, aka Evil Ryu 2.0, is now in Street Fighter 5. Evil Dan, because he's got some Dan shit in there.
So that make you super hyped for him?
No.
You love Dan.
I love Dan. I don't give a shit about Kage.
But if he's just Shin Dan, why would you not love him?
Because he's not Dan, specifically. I like Dan, the character. I don't care about Evil Ryu with fucking shitty Halloween store horns slapped onto him.
Yeah, Kage's design looks bad.
Yeah, his design looks bad, and it's still Street Fighter 5, so I don't care. It's just Street Fighter 5.
Both of these things are true. Yeah. Kage, I mean, like, I mean, he seems like cool from a gameplay perspective. Like he has some stuff that Evil Ryu didn't have that seems like it might be like interesting. Like his
Yeah.
teleport stuff is kind of cool. His damage is outrageous.
Oh yeah.
So like,
The combos they were showing off in that fucking initial trailer. Holy shit.
yeah. So he's gonna have Akuma damage, and I think he'll probably have Akuma like health too.
He'll have half of
he's-
Akuma's health.
Yeah, just die if a slight breeze hits him.
Very, very. That's such a weird thing. Like, I get it. Like, Akuma has so many tools that you have to nerf down his health to make him like not broken. But I always thought that was like funny from a lore perspective of this super.
He's never been
powerful-
punched.
He's just never been punched. Can't take a
He's
fucking
not
hit
used
from
to
a
it.
bitch. Yeah,
He's
like,
not used to it. Oh no! Ouch!
"Ow,
What
you
is this
just-
feeling?
Did you just fucking hit me? Fuck you,
What
raging
was-
demon.
Yeah. Mesats.
It's like, ow, Missatsu. That's how you make sure nobody knows that he gets punched on the rig.
That's how you get the raging like that. Yeah, the murderous intent.
Yeah,
But-
Punch.
Asura punched him.
we don't talk about Asura's Wrath.
Asura's Wrath is
Asura-
good until you get to the end.
Capcom doesn't want you to know
when you
about
have
it.
when you have to buy the end.
Yeah, that made me so mad. I lost my mind.
Yeah, it's boy, it's rough. But yeah, man, I just don't care about Street Fighter V. Like, Kage looks interesting. The most interesting thing about him is what he represents in the lore, as in the Satsui no Hado has a fucking is an entity.
The
just-
Satsui no Hado.
The Satsui no Hado. Mesatsu.
I
would have
can't
lost
wait.
my
for
shit
them-
if Thanos said like Masatsu.
Yeah, I legitimately would have lost my shit if he just straight up did a raging demon. That'd have been
Like he does the pose and he just
Like-
Mesatsu.
They were right there. All they needed for him to do, like, I wouldn't even have been mad if he put his hands back and you just heard him say Shinku. Like
That
Yeah,
wouldn't have
yeah,
even
yeah.
worked because he was like 10 feet from those people. Oh, his hand.
like that game cares.
Fair.
Wait, also that's a Hadoken.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
said Shinku and my bad.
Shinku
I was-
Shinku Hadoken. Is,
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was thinking of Shin Shoryuken. My bad. But he never actually says Shin. He says the one he
He
always
doesn't, he
says.
doesn't do anything. Oh, I thought you were talking about Thanos. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he says Shinku Hadoken in Marvel 3.
No,
Yeah, also,
I'm talking about
also in-
Shoryuken. I heard Shinku and my brain went to Shin Shoryuken, but then I realized Ryu doesn't actually say Shin Shoryuken. He just says
Yeah, it's just the
Shoryuken.
new and improved Shoryu.
Yeah.
Doesn't he say Shin in one of them? Like he says it in he says it in Marvel 3.
I guess.
Maybe.
He does, like, because it's when there's that hit stop. He's like Shin Shoryuken. Like, yeah, he
Shoryuken.
does do it.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe. You're probably right. I forget though. No one plays Ryu in Street Fighter in Marvel 3, so
I played
played
Ryu all the time.
until Ultimate when I got Akuma, and then I stopped caring.
I played Ryu all the time in Ultimate.
Yeah, but you gave up on that
Wait.
game, so null
I
and void.
did. I would play Ryu, Akuma, and Albert Wesker, and that was my team.
I played X-23 and I forget everyone else. Amaterasu and Virgil.
I'd play Dante, Akuma, and then like my third would kind of like vary depending on like what I wanted to do. Sometimes Super Scroll, usually Virgil.
Moving on to better fighting games, Dragon Ball Fighter Z has been taken out of
Ribbon pepperonis direct DBFZ.
pretty much. It's been taken out of what it wasn't. It's not Evo Japan. Well, yeah, Evo Japan. It's not. It's not.
It's not
participating
there.
in Evo Japan, and it's not participating in that other tournament. What was that called?
Anime Ascension.
Anime Ascension.
That's the one that has officially announced it will not be part of the lineup.
Right.
And then Mr. Wiz who runs Evo, tweeted about how he thinks DBFZ might be a one and done, which leads me to believe that DBFZ might not be at Evo next year either.
Damn, that sucks.
Yeah. And so there's not a lot of information about the situation at the moment. So we don't know who exactly is at fault here, as for the reason why, like why it's being pulled. Although I feel like looking at who's involved in this game, it's pretty easy to rule out both Bandai Namco and Arc System Works, because Arc System Works has no reason to not allow it at tournaments, and while Bandai Namco does own Tekken, so there is a conflict there as far as like a competing company's game, whatever. That's never been a problem for them before.
Yeah, would that actually mean anything, especially because they have the license for the game? So would that really fuck with their profits?
They're still the publisher, so that doesn't mean anything. So whatever. So it's probably Toei here, the Toei company, not necessarily Toei Animation, but Toei, Shueisha, Toei company, right? Probably them. And my bet here, my hard read, is that Toei is being dumb, being anal about other people, like these tourneys and stuff, profiting off of their brand without their consent. Oh, this is our brand. Dragon Ball's our brand, and you're running stuff for our brand. We're not sponsoring this tournament, so you can't use it. And so only events that have been officially sanctioned by Toei are going to be games that are going to be the ones that Dragon Ball is allowed at. So I guess like literally only this Dragon Ball Saga.
Damn.
And so I mean that's like my guess. That seems the most likely to me at the moment.
Yeah, I wouldn't fight that one.
It's just this sucks. Like Dragon Ball is only a year old, and it's like people. I remember people were trying to see if it would have staying power, and it seemed like it was going to, but now it's literally being killed by the company that made it. So that sucks.
That's one of those late-term abortions I keep hearing about. That really sucks too, because it was made to have lasting power. With all, I mean, being Dragon Ball Z for one, and then just being a generally good fighter with a good cast.
Yeah. It's just
there's gonna be something announced soon too.
Yeah, I think they were trying to move forward and see if they can announce season 2 for the game. But who knows at this point, right? I'm just like it just sucks. I'm not even like the most vocal fan of Dragon Ball FighterZ. I think the game has some problems that I'm not a super fan of. But at the same time, it's like this is like whack. Like it was a big deal for Arc System Works, I guess, getting a title that was popular in both Japan and the United States. And so it was like a big hit in both FGCs, I guess. And yeah, so like it sucks. They're also kind of like losing a big foothold in the FGC in general because of it, I think.
Probably. I can't imagine a lot of FG people are going to go to Toei sponsored events just to play Fighter Z.
And like while like Grand Blue Versus is going to be like the biggest shit ever in Japan because Grand Blue was so fucking popular over there, I don't see it having the same kind of like crossover appeal that Dragon Ball does in the West.
Probably not.
Well, nothing will have that same appeal. The only thing that could probably help that is I don't even know when either of them are coming out, but let's just say that the Platinum Grand Blue game comes out and it's a smash hit, and then the Arc System one comes shortly after. That could actually help them a lot.
It could.
I'm not going to save my breath for that, but that could help.
Yeah. Let me actually look up when that Grand Blue Fantasy Platinum game comes out.
There's a release date.
I don't think either of them have a release date.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Let me just Relink.
Wait.
Let me just see, just in case. Just in case.
They did say that they thought that Grand Blue Versus was about 60% done when they showed it off. Which
Okay.
I think is what they said about Dragon Ball Fighters when they showed off the first time too. So I think Arxis and Marx is in this place where like they're not going to show games off unless they're almost done.
Arxa said it was 20% done when they revealed Fighter Z.
Oh, did they say that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Like,
thought
when people lost their minds,
I
it's like, is this 20% done and it looks this much better than Marvel Infinite?
20% of my power.
This is a Super Saiyan. This is a Saiyan beyond a Super Saiyan.
No, so
And
stop it.
this
I'll
is
stop,
what it
I'll stop you right there.
to go
I'm gonna stop-
further beyond. Hi,
I'm
welcome
gonna-
to Learning with James. What are we talking about this week?
Oh, fuck, I
was
wasn't
really
prepared.
scary.
I was looking at something
That
else.
was
Let me pull
that
that
was
back
really
up.
scary.
Fuck, what were we learning about today? Cliffy B. Tell us about Cliffy B.
That's the Radical Heights guy, right?
Well, what do you know?
Yeah, it's nothing else besides that. Only Radical Heights.
Cliffy B was, I think he had a small part at the very beginning when he was working on Gears of War, and then he eventually got to a higher amount of. I think he eventually became the director. I'm not sure. I never played Gears of War. I never paid attention to Cliffy B until this whole fucking bullshit with Radical Heights and. What he did the what was the other team-based shooter thing? Battle Right, I think is what it was called. He made that with his team after he left Epic Games, taking some and actually bought some people from Epic Games, or took some people from Epic Games to help him make his own studio, and then they made Battle Right. Around the same time Overwatch came out, and he was like, you know, there's room in this market for like a couple of games, and he thought they were going to be like a strong third contender, and they weren't, and they lost a bunch of money, and a lot of his people went over back to Epic, and the people that were left over made Radical Heights, which was like an early access battle royale game that was once again way too late to the trend. And although it had like an interesting like parody 80s like art direction, it just wasn't particularly good. Like there were unfinished textures and everything for in this game that people were playing. Well, I say people were playing, but like barely anybody was playing that. And then at a point, and then it just comes to a point where he just like the studio closes down and people weren't even really given notice. They were just they learned through Twitter that they no longer had a job, much like the Telltale situation that happened not too long ago. And as far as I'm aware, I think his like dog or his mom died, and he's been quiet on Twitter ever since. Like he took time to distance himself on Twitter.
His
And that's
dog or his mom.
it was something like that.
Equally important.
Anyway, and that's all I know about Cliffy B.
Okay, I'll start this one because I only have a couple notes. First off, when you mentioned he had like a small position and then it moved up, he was like the lead designer of the first 3 Gears of War games.
Oh,
I
okay.
think
Yeah, he's very
maybe
very
the first
important.
2, at least 2. He might have also been on the third one. That one I'm not familiar with.
I believe he was on the third one as well.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, so he was always pretty big there. Yes, he had a major role at Epic Games. Battleborn was the name of the game.
Battleborn.
Because you
Wasn't
kept
there-
calling Battle
No,
Right, I
was it?
think.
No, it wasn't. It was Lawbreakers.
Lawbreakers
Battleborn
came
was
after. Battleborn was the
Battleborn-
like hero shooter.
Gearbox. Yeah, but that was Gearbox though.
Man,
Holy shit! Okay,
there's,
yeah, no, I'm
there's
getting
so
those
many
right.
there's so many failed
Randy,
teams.
because that
Right.
was Randy Pitchford on Twitter was
Right.
talking about the Battleborn porn. It's so good.
Right, yeah. Now I'm mixing those two up. Thank you for correcting me on that. Yeah, Lawbreakers is the one where he's like, you know, no more of your $6 multiplayer only bullshit. You know, and then Cliffy B, like, and that was the audience Cliffy B was trying to push it to, and they were like, "What? No, fuck you." Well, that wasn't specifically why. I mean, it just came so late, and he wanted to be number 3, like you said.
Yeah.
And Yeah, then he did have Radical Heights out there, and they weren't making any money and shit like that, and they were like, yeah, no, we gotta, because they tried to jump on that like when they were already in trouble. But that's about it. There's not too much I had there.
Okay, there's just not a lot.
Well, I guess his significance, I say significant before. Was that he was like one of the first like rock star game developer types from the States. That was like a big personality for himself, kind of thing. Like he's usually like the difference I feel like from between a lot of Western game devs and Eastern game devs is that in the East there's always like people that everyone knows, like Shigeru Miyamoto and Nobuo Uematsu and Sakaguchi and Hideo Kojima. All those people know who those people are. Or Western game devs, it was always like a developer or like a team that people knew, like BioWare or fucking Obsidian or whatever, things like that. Cliffy B was one of the first ones that was like, hey, I'm a guy and I make the Gears of War games, and so people knew who he was. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's pretty interesting. I guess I never noticed that Japanese games or Eastern games typically are, there's one person that people tend to focus on, and then
it's because they're madmen when it comes down to like working on stuff. Because here you're aware of like a studio, and that's you're like, oh, this studio makes it. Over there, they're very big on like, if I'm in charge, I want to have like all the control, which is why Sakurai is always tired and shit like that. Like because it's like
why his wrists are broken.
Yeah,
that's because
he was practicing too long on the controls for Kid Icarus Uprising.
How did he not realize that he was like gonna kill people with that when he was like? Cause like as much as I love Kid Icarus Uprising, it's like you can't play that game and not injure yourself. It's like when he's developing it, it's like why don't we put this on the Wii U? How about we do that?
He overestimated giant American wrists. He thought they could handle it.
I like the idea of Nintendo sitting down with him, like just like the board, and being like, "You remember when you asked us why we wouldn't let you do anything that wasn't Smash? This is why. Look at my son's hands."
And then it's the tweet that Liam posted of him playing Kid Icarus in his wrist brace.
Oh no!
Did you guys play that game? Well, I know James didn't. You didn't have a 3DS, but did you play that, Skylar?
Yeah, I did. My friend gave me his old 3DS in that game also, and so I have played it, and it does indeed. Your hands fucking hurt.
No, I played it as well. I just didn't know if anyone else knew.
Oh yeah, I know. I understand.
Sucks. That game is so fun.
Yeah, it is really. It's really good.
Claude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's that scene in Hunter x Hunter on the hospital bed. That's your wrists when you play Kid Icarus Uprising.
Well, we're not there yet, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's why I didn't say what was going on.
Oh yeah, we got. What's the last episode we saw, Skylar?
I forget which one it was. I forget. The last thing that happened was UP and Proof found the.
Oh yeah, the rose, the poor man's rose.
Found the poor man's rose.
Yeah. That's
my hard read is still that there's no way he's dead. I refuse to believe that he died there.
It's fine. We don't have much more in the series anyway.
What'd you think of that whole fight?
That was fantastic. Netero is the fucking coolest guy in the world.
He's
so good. I also love Meruem as a villain. Like the whole fight, I love that shot when he cuts off the arm. And in one motion, he goes into his sitting position again. He finishes the action, and before he even does anything, he is like transitioned into his sitting position he was in before. It's so good.
Yeah.
They're both that clash of ideology. And the thing that made me respect him the most was just the whole this is bad. If I talk to him for too long, my heart might be swayed.
Yeah. That was good. I think I'm gonna change my phone wallpaper to that image of Netero, making the heart hands.
Yeah, that's really good.
It's so good.
I just love the concept of he's like, you guys are weak. He's like, you are severely underestimating how malicious, how cruel we can be. And then Meruem's like, what? He's like, yeah, King of Ants, Meruem. Take this. You didn't win.
You didn't win. You didn't win.
Like, do you see what like Pat was talking about when he was like, "This is probably the biggest you didn't win I've ever seen."
For some reason, when he said that, I interpreted that as like something that Meruem would do when like whoever fights him later on in the series or something, like that he would be defeated and that he would have a big "you didn't win" moment.
I also interpreted it as that. But the thing is, now I finished the series after or before Pat said that, so I had a completely different scene in my head.
Okay. Yeah. So that's exciting. So also sick, James. You just confirmed that he's not dead to me in my brain.
No, I didn't.
Did Loki. Yep.
No, I didn't. High key, I didn't.
All right. Sure. Tell me which scene before that you were thinking of then.
Eating the kid's brains.
How?
That kid didn't win. That kid didn't win.
All right. Okay.
That kid didn't win.
God damn it, James.
I'm sorry.
I've been dancing around that for so long. Because, like, we stopped watching on, Thursday? I was like, all right, if this ever comes up. And there was a couple of times that I could have brought it up, a little while ago. I'm like, no. I gotta avoid it. Thank you, James.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
There's, how many more episodes into the arc?
Yeah, but the Royal Guard still exists. So, they could still be the problem.
I guess, but wouldn't that be weird if the big bad was taken out and then it was his royal guard that was the big
No, but it would not be weird because they are all massive problems. It's not
that's also
we beat Frieza, how we gotta defeat the Ginyu Force. No, it's these guys were already outclassing us severely. We just the biggest threat that we didn't know how big it was. Yuppie by himself is a massive problem.
It's hey, we beat Beerus, but the other ones are still around. We gotta fight those guys still. Yeah. I kind of was like, I said I think it would be weird if that was the case from a writing perspective at that point, because there's still I think there's more to Meruem's arc they could have done. But it wouldn't have surprised me that much if he actually was dead because of the way this series handles shonen things,
death?
How Daddy Zoldyck just lets Killua leave. There's no fight, or
Wait, what do you mean it handles weird things like death?
Well, I think he means that characters just people will die. He'll kill off characters that seem important. Like Kite.
Or Hugh Bumblebee girls who didn't deserve to get fucking rocked.
Yeah, Ponzu.
Well, she was super minor there. Skylar has a very good example of I didn't think you were gonna be dead, which is
But there was no reason it had to be her. It didn't have to be her.
Right. So the thing is, she's a cute girl who does stuff with bees, but she's not that important. Versus the Penguin, Skylar mentioned, or before, or maybe not even on podcast.
Peggy.
Talked about it, where it's he is very knowledgeable about the humans and has taught them stuff about humans. That's something you could do something with his character, but he just gets murdered for literally no reason.
They do something with that though later, which is with the lizard guy. His name I forget because I can't pronounce it.
I think it was.
Yeah, there's a couple of characters whose names I don't remember because I can't pronounce them, so I just that guy. So it isn't pointless from story perspective, but it is he is just murdered outright, and it seems like he's gonna be an important advisor type figure, but he's just fucking dead. I had a thing to say, but now I forget what it was. Damn it, that's. Whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Meruem was
Hunter
cool.
Hunter spoiler cast eventually.
Coming
Yeah.
in.
Hopefully, I don't know what your schedule's like next week, but hopefully we'll be done with the series in the next 2 weeks.
I
Yeah,
hope
we
I can
probably-
be on
We
the
only have like
podcast.
20 episodes left.
Please don't do the spoiler
I'll-
cast until I can be on the podcast.
We
I
won't.
would
I think
like
so.
for both of you to be on so I could scream and shout about how long I've been talking about this and how you guys were both wrong. So yeah, no, you're gonna
what
be
was
there.
what was I wrong about? I don't even know.
No, you know what? Yours was valid. It was just like it's super long, and I have a problem getting into series that I know are long like that. Because you
Meanwhile,
watched like 8
I
series
disagree.
in a row, but they were all like 12-episode things. I was just like, God damn it! And I think it was when you started rewatching stuff. That's when I was like, Are you serious? You're like, I'm watching this with
Yeah,
my brother. I was like, Watch Hunter x Hunter with your brother. And you're like, No.
yeah, because I think it was when you found out I was rewatching Utena instead of watching Hunter x Hunter, and you're like, why? But that was a good reason though, because I hadn't watched Utena in like 2 years, and I was like too much of a brainlet to understand it when I saw it the first time. So it was important that I watch it again.
Meanwhile, I finished the entire series in 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks.
Who you flexing on?
I'm flexing on Skylar. Talking
Odd
about how
flex, but all right.
Damn right.
All right then.
Anyway, yeah, Hunter x Hunter's great, and that fight's great. What did you think of the scene where fucking Hunter x Hunter's very clear Cell clone
Oh, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
That's what I was gonna say. My thing before I forget, James. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Before I forget, I'll say that my hard read about Meruem coming back to life because he looks like Cell, and so when Cell gets obliterated down to the one like molecule or whatever, and he comes back, that was like, yeah, it's probably he's just gonna do the Cell. He's just gonna become obliterated down to he's gonna regenerate or something. That was literally my logic because he looks like Cell.
Nice.
All I'm gonna tell you is the next episode is gonna be really fucking weird.
Yep.
Cool.
But what do you think of the scene where the chess master gets fucking injured and
Dude, okay, that whole episode or that whole like every scene that's in that room is amazing.
Yeah,
Like
it's real good.
like when everyone comes in and like Meruem's face or whatever, like everyone's like reaction to that scenario is so interesting. Like Pito like freaking out and Meruem like trying to keep it together, and then like the two guys, Papa Zoldyck and whatever his name is,
Netero.
yeah, Cherub, yeah, are there. And they're like, they have this like kind of thing where like, this is not at all what I expected to be happening when I came into this room.
And also, I feel like the fact that we're here at this moment means that we just lost the advantage.
Yeah. Oh shit. I also loved that grandfather Zoldyck was upset that he killed somebody that wasn't his target. He's like, fuck, he was pissed. He was straight up pissed off because he just murders the shit out of Chitu because he's mad.
He didn't murder him. His son did.
Oh, well, it's same shit. He was, whatever. You might as well have killed him.
It's such a minor thing. I don't know why I love it so much, but he tried to tell Chitu the story, and Chito's like, nah, pay attention to me. And then when he's on the dragon with his son, he's like, yeah, something important, something strange happened for the first time in my career. And then his son's like, I will make sure to only remember half of what you tell me. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Because it's just
that
like
family dynamic's really weird, and it only gets weirder later.
Weird. Well, I know a spoiler about the one of the other siblings, but it's not like major. I have no idea who they are.
Is it because of the thing that Pat
or
said?
What their deal is? What did Pat say?
No, never mind. Don't worry about it.
I know about Killua's sister. That's
Okay.
Why yeah. I know that he has.
So don't worry about it. He listened to that podcast.
Well, right, but like if he doesn't remember, why make him?
I don't remember what Pat said, but I know that Killua has a sister that she exists. That's all I
Okay.
got.
Yeah, you've seen the family photos. There's the one Zoldyck that they haven't talked about in all the family photos.
Yeah.
You might not remember it off the top.
Yeah, if I don't remember.
What do you think? What do you think about about what's going on with Gon and Killua?
I think that it's sad. And that
Yes.
I like Killua, and he's a good boy. And that Gon is like, he needs someone to, like, give him a hug, maybe. I don't know.
Someone to stop him. He's so
He's looking
that
for-
scene where it's like, oh wait, I need to find someone to give this to. It's like, hey, Gone, and he points the finger. He's like, if you stall me again, I'm a killer.
Like, I'm gonna kill her. Yeah. Or like, it was just like, I actually loved the bit when he tells Knuckle and Killua to stay with Komugi, because both Pito and Knuckle have the same shocked reaction that he's using her as a hostage. And it's like, I love that both the heroes and the villains are both equally stressed out about Gon and how he's acting. Oh, that was really good. That was a really nice touch.
I watched a really interesting video about like I sent it to you, Claude. I don't know if you ever got to watch it, about like the psyche of Gon and how his like.
No, yeah, I saw that like the second time I watched the series, because afterwards I was like, man, I love this so much. And I just like looked up every video I could on it, so I have seen that before.
Yeah, it's
okay,
just.
I feel like we should move on from this because we're teetering into actual spoiler cast discussion.
No. This. Okay. Okay. It's just there's just a really good video on the psyche of Gon and how interesting his moral compass is. One moment, you guys start without me.
What?
Oh, big
I
discuss.
gotta-
He wants to move on to big
Yes.
discuss. James,
Yeah, move on to
James
big
is
discuss.
he's currently being told to leave wherever he's at right now, so we need to figure out a way to stay. I guess I'll do the big discuss introduction or something. This week, our big discuss is a in memoriam of the super best friends of the YouTube channel. If you are not aware of current events, they have recently shut down their
I'm back.
channel, and that's sad. And they're all going their separate ways as a thing, except for Wooly and Hatter having a podcast.
Yeah,
So,
William Pat's
uh,
podcast is now changed to Live from Castle Super Beast.
yeah. But yeah, so I guess that's that. What are your guys' like experiences like past with the super best friends? I guess if you want to talk about that.
I started from the very beginning. I was there for the whole 9 years.
Okay, so what's the very beginning? What was the first?
The
LP?
Kirby
Kirby,
video.
Epic Yarn.
the Kirby.
Wow, you
video.
actually were there at Kirby?
Yeah, I was there on the front lines, dude.
Jesus.
I-
For me, I guess I saw their Machinima videos at some point, and then I jumped on their main channel during the Downpour LP. So I was around for about 8 years.
Oh shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, you were there at the same point as me then, because like I remember watching some of their Machinima videos, and then I just didn't really pay attention to like who they were. I thought they were funny, and then there was a point like months later, I was like, who were they? And I found those videos again. I found their main channel, and they were like a couple episodes into the Downpour Let's Play.
Yeah,
That's
it was
when I
like
got
right
in on them.
there.
So I think that was like 2 years in that they started that, because I looked up like when exactly it started.
Yeah. yeah. And so like so I was that's how long I've been, which is interesting. It's interesting to see as like the channel grew over time that like kind of like almost like a difference in mentality of like stuff people were talking, like jokes people made and stuff. Like it was weird for me to see as time went on that people would stop recommending people to watch the Deadly Premonition LP as like the starting point and moving it up to stuff that's more recent. And I'm always like, man, people need to go back and watch Deadly P. It's
Yeah.
so classic.
Stay outside Quint's house. It's just smoking for hours.
Yeah, you need to get into Quinn's house, and then he keeps leaving, and coming back. And there's that one time when they tried it, and they woke up in the middle of the night, and it was like a horrible demon dog was there. And like, what the fuck is happening? And Matt had like beaten the game already and had no idea what was happening. Yeah, it's fucking.
Now, being honest, for you two, how much stuff did you get into only because of them?
Oh wow.
Okay,
Fighting
so for
games.
me-
Like,
Yeah. Sorry, what were you saying?
I played fighting games before any of them, but yeah, they let me know about some, kind of. My big thing is JoJo. I would not have even known about JoJo if it wasn't for them.
Same.
I probably would have found out about later, but I don't know about how much later. And it was 2 lines. Yeah, there was spaghetti thing was funny, but there was a joke that was made in like one episode where it was Matt and Pat, and like Matt made some like offhand joke about like a raptor stand, like just joking, and then Pat was like, "That's in part 7," and then he's like, "Shut up." I was like, okay, no, now I need to know what is a stand?
Yeah.
How is there raptors in this series called JoJo? And then I got into it from there.
The way I got into JoJo is weird because it was just sort of like, I remember it was like I was watching there was this channel I used to watch on YouTube that was called like it was called Rocket Fizz. They used to do like these like trivia style videos. One of them was about like audio recording techniques and stuff. And they mentioned about like whenever people used to figure out like how to do like reverse or shit with like audio recordings, and the example they used was the beginning of Roundabout. And I was like, yeah, that song is sick. The band's great. And then in the comments, someone was like, yeah, I love JoJo. Right? I was like, wait, excuse me, what? How is that connected? So I went and I watched JoJo, and I was like, oh fuck, they actually just used the song, the show. And then it was right around the time they were LPing, what was it called? Killer is Dead. And they referenced Dio a fuckload in that LP. So I was always like, who the fuck is Dio? And then it all made sense, like in the same afternoon. I was like, oh, okay, I understand now.
I got into JoJo when the Stardust Crusaders anime was starting, and they mentioned it on the podcast. I think they did a spoiler cast or something.
It was like they would have it up on the TV when they would do the mailbag videos. Remember those? They would literally had Crunchyroll opened to JoJo on the TV a bunch in those old like live action videos.
Oh really? I never noticed.
Pretty funny.
But I remember they had a spoiler cast for JoJo or something, and I listened to the whole thing without ever watching JoJo or even hearing about it. And I was listening and it was like, this is so fucking weird. What is this? And I just looked it up and I started watching it and I loved it. It was so yeah, JoJo was definitely something I would never have gone into. A lot of my vocabulary changed with fucking the best friends.
Yeah, that's probably the most noticeable thing for me.
I started saying rad a lot. Like a shit ton.
Yeah. Calling things hype is definitely something I picked up. I love, Matt doesn't say it anymore, but it's why it gotta be like that is definitely something I picked up. Best friends.
I ended up picking that up from you, so that's funny.
Weirdly enough, the other thing that like I like, they're like more of a second hand to it, but they're a small portion of me getting back into boxing. Because I loved boxing as a kid. Yeah. And then like I kind of stopped watching it when like Vladimir Klitschko was the heavyweight champ, because I only really watched heavyweight boxing. I just like stopped caring about boxing for a while because Vladimir Klitschko was like the champ for like 10 years. There's 2 big things that were the factor in me getting back into boxing. One, a guy named Deontay Wilder, him against a guy named Bermane Stiverne, their rematch where he knocked him out in the first round. That got me some hype back into it. But before that, it was me falling in love with the anime Hajime no Ippo, which is like one of my favorites. And I only ever watched Ippo because one day when I was bored, and I was like, what did the Best Friends put out? And they put out videos like just Best Friends play like Hajime no Ippo, like the one Ippo game that was out. And like at the beginning, it's like they were just getting so hype over this thing I didn't really know about. They're like, hey, if you haven't watched Hajime no Ippo, 1, this video is gonna be confusing for you, but 2, watch Hajime no Ippo. I was like, all right, sure. I got nothing going on. And I marathoned Hajime no Ippo. So they have a small portion of me even getting back into boxing.
Damn.
For me, I'd say something that was like important that they got me into was that they got me like interested in games from like more a gameplay perspective. Because I was like when they played Revengeance, I was kind of in this like slump with games where I wasn't really like getting into like I had been playing a lot of multiplayer shooters before that, and I was in my like I want to play games for the story kind of mentality kind of thing. Like I was interested in that, and I kind of set aside a lot of games to play just because like, oh, the story's not good, so I don't care kind of thing. Then they put up that like Revengeance, like the first like compilation thing where it was like the best of like their first session of recording. And so I went out and I bought it on Amazon like that afternoon. I was like, this looks fucking sick. And ever since I played Revengeance, I've been like big into like just like games like fuck the story, who even cares? Give me my sick, I want to do combos. So let me do combos in a video game.
They definitely got me into character action games in general. I never had a thing where I cared. I mean, I always wanted my games to have stories. The best friends got me into Persona. That was one.
Oh yeah, that happened with me too. Because Pat was talking about how good Persona 4 was. So got it for the PS2.
The Persona 4 video told me what Persona was, and then I looked up the other games in the series, and then I realized that Persona 3 was a game I played in my a game I saw in a magazine in my childhood and I knew I wanted to play it, but never got a chance to. So I was able to just go, oh shit, so that's where that's from, and then pick it up and play it, like, and buy a copy. So yeah, that was a big one. Megami Tensei in general was what I got into through the best friends.
There's a lot of indie games that came out I didn't really know. I didn't really pay attention to indie games till then.
Yeah, that's.
I'd say I was pretty aware of indie games before that, but I definitely say that some of their spotlight videos for indie games, Kickstarters, were things that I wouldn't have cared about necessarily as much unless they gave a spotlight to it. I like stuff like Skullgirls I probably wouldn't have known as much about, and then so that's nice.
Yeah, Skullgirls and Indivisible, I would not have known about either of them if it wasn't for them.
Oh yeah, Best Friends got me into video production because I wanted to do LPs of my own because of them. And then, when that obviously didn't work out, I just kind of discovered that I actually really enjoyed editing videos. So that's my career path right now is wanting to be a filmmaker. So I kind of owe that to the Best Friends in a way, and that's nice. God, what's y'all's favorite LP?
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Okay,
That's a lot of history. That's hard to say.
Okay, so
yeah, almost
historically, my answer has always been Deadly Premonition because it just has so many things in it that are amazing. But I feel like as time goes on, I gotta think like fucking Silent Hill 2 happened, and that was amazing. Yep. That was a really good LP. And then like Yakuza 4 was really good. And I almost want to just scroll through the playlists so I can give you a more
one I'm
accurate
gonna use as a
answer.
placeholder because I don't think I've ever laughed as hard like from one of their LPs would be Omicron. That's up there for me.
Oh, okay. Omicron is the one I was thinking of. Yes, Omicron is like that's the newest one. That's like okay, maybe that's the best one. Because it's just oof. It's like a doozy.
Yeah, Omicron was one of those ones that I had to actually stop watching. It was getting too painful.
No, it was perfect.
Yeah.
It's absolutely perfect. And it gets like you can see it deteriorate on them later as it goes on, and they get more and more frustrated with the game.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, it's a different David Cage game. It's Fahrenheit / Indigo Prophecy.
Yeah, the Prophecy was pretty funny.
It
was. That was alright.
The Resident Evil 4 LP.
RE4 LP was good. I liked Evil Within 2 a lot, actually. That was
Me too.
Also, Minecraft Story Mode was good.
Was it? I saw that. I was like, man, I don't want to get in there.
It's so good because they so don't give a shit, and it
Yeah.
almost just becomes a Matt and Pat podcast. At one point, they even
You
start
mean Pat
reading
and
off
Wooly?
podcast. That's what I meant to say. What did I say?
You said Matt and Pat.
Oh yeah, Pat and Wooly podcast. And at one point, they even start reading off podcast questions. And it's pretty
God
funny.
damn.
Really?
Pat even sets the controller down, and the game might as well play itself. And so they're just talking about shit. It's amazing.
Man.
Parasite Eve has a really strong moment in it.
Yeah.
Which is the bit where
Maxima.
Arcana downloads.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
Those the
Fucking-
fucking howls.
A hyena laugh. Wooly's laugh is the best. When it's genuine, it's genuine. Oh fuck!
Yeah.
Disaster Report was really good.
That
Disaster
one.
Report was a good
That one was
too.
good.
So it was. I actually love
Massive
all
burger.
the Pat
Massive
Liam
burger.
LPs. Pat Liam LPs are good. I really liked Charles Barkley Shut Up and Jam Gaiden also.
Oh yeah, that'll go down.
So
in
it's-
history.
yeah. And then the Twilight Princess LP, despite having some slow parts, that was like one of the only ones Liam edited that had lots of really dank memes in there that were fun.
Which one?
Twilight Princess.
Oh yeah, they did play that. I forgot.
Yeah, and the LP for that actually had some pretty like good editing bits in it. Like there's some really great parts. Like there's an episode where like the part where you go to like the Lake Hylia and you like talk to like the spirit, and then right after that there's that sequence where like Liam gets like the vision and then he bumps into Zant from the thing. Liam timed the end of the episode to roundabout. So like when you
Oh,
bump
wow.
into Zant, they get the to be continued plays. And there's that part where the end of the episode cuts off abruptly and it has like the Street Fighter 5 like even disconnected from the server thing. There's an episode where he ends it with like a weird montage of hitting Mallow in the head with a fucking coconut.
Oh man.
And there's some really strong bits in that LP as far as like editing and stuff goes. I mean, you guys remember old Scrub Lords, like old ass Scrub Lords?
Yeah, I remember it fairly well. Although it's been scrubbed from the internet fairly.
Oh. Well, wait, Scrub Lords has? I guess yeah, because it was on Machinima, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The DADCast tournament was fun because that was when we confirmed that Pat was the coolest and strongest person on the channel.
Yeah.
Also, all the old Sonic videos are great. Sonic Adventure LP was fantastic. The
Mhm.
Shadow the Hedgehog videos were both
Oh.
amazing.
Yeah. Fucking.
Oh, I forgot about Shadow the Hedgehog. Like Matt was not loving it at all.
No,
Dude, Shadow the Hedgehog has two of my favorite moments. 'Cause I remember I was watching it on the bus on the way to school in the
Was
morning.
it the crashes?
Yes, because so the first time the crash was funny, but the second time I fucking lost it because it crashed again, and during the credits I couldn't believe it. I was like dying on the bus going to school in the morning. It was amazing.
Oh man. What was it? It's the Liam and Wooly LP where it starts off like it was gonna be a one-off, and then they just keep playing.
Ultra
it. They're
Despair Girls.
No, I
It was
said Liam and
yeah.
Wooly.
That was Ultra Despair Girls. Was Liam and Wooly?
No, that was Liam and Matt.
No, it wasn't, because Wooly played Danganronpa. So it was Liam and
No,
Wooly.
it was Liam and Matt.
Bruh, I just scrolled past the fucking thumbnail. It has Wooly in it. Cool.
Hold on.
Matt does not give a single shit about
Let's see who's the real
Danganronpa.
fan.
Best friends play Ultra.
Okay,
Despair.
Ride to Hell was strong too. That was a strong
Oh,
one, too,
yeah.
but
That was a good one.
You know what?
What was
You
what
got
was really
me.
fun was
You got me
Matt
on
getting
that one.
really was
Looks
Matt
like-
getting
looks
really
like-
yeah. I'm the coolest. I remember it's better than everyone, except for the fact that I literally just
Looks like
scrolled past the
Skylar is the
thumbnail. I
real
don't-
best friends fan.
I'm not sure why James was trying to argue with me. I literally scrolled past. I'm scrolling through the channel right now on my phone. And,
What
like,
was the
keep
Matt?
staring.
I just distinctly remembered Matt being.
You were telling me that the like part of like the whole like they were like under a lot of pressure and stress was because it was Matt and Liam who were doing that and getting shit for it.
I always remembered it as Matt and Liam. What the fuck?
Yeah. Maybe it's probably because you didn't watch it. But if you
I did watch it pretty heavily, actually. There was a point where I stopped.
I never finished it. I never finished it because the episode like were getting so long, and I couldn't put it on in the background because they had Japanese voices on. So if I wanted to watch the background, I wouldn't know what was happening. And so I was like, okay, and I can't like dedicate an hour and a fucking half to watching this game that's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not bad in a fun way. Now, what was it? Oh, KOTOR. KOTOR was a really good LP.
Oh,
I like that one a lot, actually. That was really strong. The fucking because it was fun.
I never finished my fucking the Liam and Wooly LP. That was the Sonic game. It wasn't Sonic, but it was.
Oh, it was. You're talking about Freedom Planet.
Yes, Freedom Planet. That Freedom Planet LP was great.
Wooly and Liam did that also with another game. I thought you were talking about I think it was called the Sand or something like that, where it was like you played as the AI of a spacesuit and the pilot died inside of it.
Oh, yeah.
And so you play as like the AI that's controlling the suit as it's trying to like get the pilot to like a medical bay or something like to get him treatment basically. Because he's dying inside of you over the course of the game.
That's the Fall.
The Fall, thank you.
Yeah, that second game is supposed to be coming out soon.
That game was cool, and it sucks that the audio got fucked up on that LP for like half of it, and they like the laptop mic.
The Astro Boy LP was great. Like when the time travel shit gets introduced.
See, I never finished that LP because I just wanted to play that game, so I didn't want. So I was like, whenever I watched the LP, I just wanted to go play the game.
That's not even unfair. That's totally a thing. Let's see, what else was there? Okay.
Revelations 2 was cool because that was like one of the only co-op ones they did.
Yeah. Eternal Darkness was really good. The Walking Dead LP.
Prison Break. Prison Break was great.
Prison Break. Until Dawn.
I didn't realize they were Walking Dead. Yeah, Walking Dead was really good.
We're
Until Dawn was great. Because Until Dawn was great because they just accidentally get the best ending.
Yeah, they stumble ass backwards into the best ending. It's so good.
We gotta remember the fucking Final Fantasy VIII LP.
Yeah, you mean Triple Triad? The new episode?
No, the LP. That was the full LP of
the
Final.
Of the movie.
Yeah.
Fucking
L.A. Noire was pretty good.
Fucking I Have No Mouth was great.
Yes, I appreciate that. That was such a good LP.
That was fucking.
What
was y'all's favorite event? Like Shitstorm, like Shitstorm, Mecha Week, Jurassic Week, all that stuff.
I mean, always Shitstorm.
Shitstorm's like godlike.
Do you have a specific Shitstorm that you preferred?
It's hard.
Well, yeah, it's hard. I feel like Shitstorm was it 4? Was the one where they had like a different intro every week? Whichever one that one. I think that was 4.
It might have been
was
4.
Good. And then Shitstorm 1 was really good too.
Which was the one where they played? Yeah, they like you said they did play a different game every week because there's one moment that like
that was Shitstorm 4 also, or 3 maybe.
There was one point where like it's so simple and like I can't not laugh at it even thinking about it.
That was Shitstorm. That was Shitstorm
Rose. And it was like when the maid was being beaten up by those like whatever those monsters, and then dragged into another room, and she hits her head, and she's still getting her ass whipped, and the door closes, and it's completely silent. And then the moment after that scene passes, Pat's just like brutal, and then that's the end of that. You know, it either says brutal or metal. I'm trying to remember which one, but like I could not stop laughing at that. And that's also when they played Escape from Bug Island, right? And then like, because I know they played it once for like a one-off,
Yeah.
and then they played it the next year as a full LP.
Yeah. I don't remember which one that was.
And just the second episode of that is great, where it's just you fall into a hole, all this stuff happens, like Matt's losing his mind, and then there's just a giant gorilla for some reason on Bug Island.
Mhm.
Like it's just like that game in general. He's like, what's with these fish? Because now there's giant fish jumping out of them too.
Metal Wolf Chaos actively gave us that LP actively gave us a completely good way of getting hands of Metal Wolf Chaos, like on PC and new consoles and shit. I love it. Guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got
Yeah,
2 phone calls at the same time.
God damn, thank you for catching it at least.
What the fuck? Why? No, stop. God damn it. I even muted so this wouldn't happen.
It's so upset. Oh wow, you just left, one asshole.
Goodbye.
Wow, Skylar, just gonna leave the
Alright,
podcast.
I'm
huh?
back. I'm back now.
Just gonna leave the podcast, huh, Sky? Anyway, the Metal Wolf Chaos LP was godlike. Fucking Afro Samurai 2, Beautiful Joe, Beyond Two Souls, fucking No More Heroes 2, all of the Souls games.
Are we just naming all their LPs?
They're all good. I don't know. They're all my favorites. It's so bad. It's all right. What was your favorite?
No, there
pairing?
can't. Oh, you have to give yourself like, favorite what?
Favorite pairing.
Favorite pairing is like always Matt and Pat.
No,
Mine's
that's always
Wally and
hard.
Pat.
It's hard for me because I really liked like weird pets. Like I liked Matt and Liam because they were always really like, I don't know, it felt like they were always having such a good time whenever they're doing a thing. Like Life is Strange was a lot of fun, and I liked the crew that did all the Sonic LPs, like Matt, Liam, and Wooly. But then I like Wooly and Pat a lot, and I liked Pat and Liam a lot also.
I think Wooly and Pat have the most LPs that I just enjoyed a bunch. But Matt and Pat, is the OG. Matt and Pat.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
there was that. There's one that's like, I don't remember why, but I remember I loved the LP. I think I watched it twice. It's the one where like they got the Insanity shotgun. It's in a GameCube game.
Oh, that
Yeah,
was
Eternal Darkness.
Darkness.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mentioned that earlier.
Eternal Darkness is great. The game's great. There's, it's just like there's so many things about the game they're just like weird. Like I feel like no game aside has ever done.
Charge your shotgun up with Insanity.
basically.
Well, yeah, no game has ever done sanity effects as good as that game. I feel like as well.
Pretty much.
Like because like every game tries to like I don't even know what they were supposed to be in the new Call of Cthulhu game. They apparently exist. I didn't see them. What were they even?
Yeah.
And then like same thing in like the Amnesia games didn't do them in like that cool of a way either.
Yeah.
Or like the way that Eternal Darkness
really
fucks with
woozy.
you. Yeah, the way Eternal Darkness fucks with you is so cool, so good. There's a bit where they walk into the room and it's like full of shotgun shells, and like wow, look at all the shotgun ammo. It's fucking sick. In fact, there has to be a boss on the corner. There's no way they're giving me this much ammo. And then like Matt realizes that they're getting no ammo from the pickups, and then right as Matt says that, the screen like flashes white, and like oh you got tricked. You got by the video game.
Gotcha.
It was great because it was always felt like as soon as they figured out what was happening, the game would switch over back to like, you got punked, bitch. It was pretty good.
God. All right. Least favorite LP. Mine is the Danganronpa one.
Yeah, Ultra the Spiritual.
I mean, see, the problem with that is that LPs are long, and if it's a series I didn't like, I just stopped. So I didn't watch enough of it for me to be like, I don't like this LP. I'd only ever watch the ones I liked.
Yeah, I was never like because if they had a lot of LPs, people would just like get angry, mad in the comments, yell angrily at them about things. And and I feel like I never understood that, being so pissed. People were so mad at them whenever they played an RPG. It was like, this is the worst. Suboptimal builds. I think
mean,
it probably
I
had to be. Probably had to be. I guess it had to be. Ultra Despair Girls is the worst one. But Walking Dead season 2 was bad though too. Because
I never had any. I didn't, because like in the case like an example is like I like Final Fantasy X a lot, and I saw they were LPing it, and I was like, I don't want to watch that. I know how long the game is, so like that would be my mindset. Unless it's something I was really interested in, knew I'd love, I wouldn't really watch an LP. So that one I can't answer.
Woo.
Wow. Okay. Favorite moment. Mine's.
That's so hard to answer. That's 9 years of history.
It
For us
is.
to pick one
Yeah,
moment from is hard.
I know it is.
I
Should have
think
given us this.
the first one that comes to mind.
You fuck kids,
is-
Mr. Lopez. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, that was really good. And then when Wooly says later that the pedophilia was all wishes to bone.
Yeah.
That was really good.
LA Noire has a lot of really good moments.
I feel like the first one that comes to my
lost my
mind
shit at
though
the
is
axe.
yeah, the axe throw is classic.
God.
Because that like before it exploded, because that was during that LP. Wait, yeah, that was during that LP. Like, so I saw it like, you know, when it initially happened. I could not stop laughing from it, because he's like, oh no, panic him out that, and then he gets attacked and the monster jumps on his back, and then like I didn't really pay attention, like, you know, most of the internet, and then I noticed, I was like, man, this axe thing is everywhere. And then like I think my favorite callback to that is it was during one of their like WrestleManias, where it's like there was a moment where I threw a stupid axe. It defined my career. I was like,
Defined my
Yeah.
career.
There's a really great meme edit of Matt throwing the axe into the crevice, and then it going through all the games until it loops back around and they pick it up in Silent Hill Homecoming. and that was pretty good.
That's a good shit post.
I think my favorite moment, I think off the top of my head, is the bit in Omicron where they're yelling at each other, trying to find out what door they have to go to in the base, and they keep getting lost. And Wooly's like yelling at, like Pat's like yelling at Wooly, like, let me see the fucking like the instruction manual that they have. Yeah, the guide. And he's like, Wooly's like, no. And then they get in this big argument. It was great. It's like that was like the one time I can think of where Wooly got legitimately pissed.
oh, when he was lost inside the base looking for the exit.
Yeah, okay, looking for the door they're supposed to talk to, because they're trying to find a guy. The guy was like, talk to this guy. I'm like, where the fuck is he?
Oh
And
yeah,
they
that
went
one.
to, like, yeah. And there was like a bunch of moments like that where they're just lost on the comic. The part where they're trying to find the door to like the room like where the girl lives or whatever, and they just like hugging every wall, and they finally when they get in there like, yeah, we did it, fuck it, we're done. It's so good.
I really fucking like just laugh at like how many moments in that LP for Omicron is like, oh, you don't know how to play our bad fighting game, or I guess your story is gonna drastically shift.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Because like they could have beaten the girlfriend on the
good at
roof
not
and like had a different story. Okay, no, that was one of my favorite moments in general, where it's like they just wanted to get something for a save because they didn't have any saves left.
Oh, they
But they
didn't have
kept
any
running
save
into
rings.
the fights. Yeah,
Yeah. They didn't have any save rings, and they kept trying to like, there's a save ring on the desk. We gotta
Quick,
pick
get
it
it.
up before the
It's like
fight
there's a
starts.
50% chance that if we get in there, we're gonna fight a demon, and they get in there and they fight a demon. Like, god damn it.
God damn it! Because there was a part where they had to fight that demon, and they kept like dying. Like, hey, our body sucks. We need a new body. Let's load a save, and they spent like fucking hours trying to find a save ring in the city area, and it took them forever. It's amazing. It was the moment when they discovered that hints take 5 save rings.
Oh,
Yeah, 'cause I think what was it? Pat kept asking them to use a hint.
Yeah,
so they
use the
burned
hint.
through their saves.
Oh man.
God. And then that LP is amazing because of how it's edited too. Where like as it goes further on, it just gets more and more like unstable. Like it just
Yeah, the
you
OP
lose
for it.
Yeah, you lose
Yeah.
the opening credits and the closing credits, and it just becomes
One of
like
my
a
favorites
fucking-
was there's one
Yeah.
point at the end of one of them where it's just Matt and like he has a distorted voice. Is like, "No more Omicron. Go home."
Go home. Yeah, that was good. We play Omicron, man. Yeah. Yeah, dude, it's super strong. Fucking yeah.
Oh man. The Best Friends was great.
It was
Yeah.
a strong 9 years.
My
had a
actual
good
main
run.
source of entertainment, and now it's gone.
Like, and not even just a strong source of entertainment for 9 years, but also like being a slingshot to catapult like others to internet fame. Like, most famous ones being like Eye Patch Wolf,
Super
and
Eye Patch
Clemps,
Wolf, Clemps,
and Tears
Mother's
Zoo.
Basement,
and Mother's
Tearzu,
Basement.
Maximilian Dude. What else? I think
Those are the
that's-
big ones.
Those are the big ones. You also got Plague, Cranky Construct, and every other artist that they have
Yeah,
on
Two
that they
Snacks.
had. Two Snacks.
Do you guys remember Indonesian Bob?
Yes.
when he-
The name's
this-
familiar.
Because he was just the guy that used to have those like really, really fucked up best friends art where it was like almost like Oni type shit. Like Newgrounds, like classic Newgrounds style art. It was godlike. And they like mentioned him a couple times on the podcast because his art was so bizarre that he never he didn't take off as much as the other guys did. 'Cause I didn't think he had.
He was in Wooly's Kingdom Monster Death.
He was in it. Like he had him on that.
Yeah.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm gonna be gone for 1 second. I have to fill this.
All right. Yeah, Indonesian Bob drew like the weird, like pornographic shit a lot of the time. It was weird, but he's a cool guy. Despite that,
Sorry, Kyle, despite what?
despite the fact that a lot of his stuff was like really sexually explicit, best friends related stuff.
Gross.
Yeah. But
That's what I mean. That's what I mean when I mean it was like classic Newgrounds, because it wasn't like sexually explicit in like, yeah, you're supposed to jack off with this. It was like sexually explicit in that like, oh god, what is this horrible abomination that you have drawn, kind of thing.
yeah. Oh man.
All right, what's the best podcast title?
Ooh, the Time Cube.
I don't really remember podcast titles like that. I remember most of like what happened on them.
I feel like my brain always goes to God Support Straight Shota.
Yeah,
it's
is
so
that where it goes to?
It's so fucking funny. But I also am a big fan of Miracle Girls Festival. Help me, please don't. What is it? Please don't bury my dead child. Stop me from burying your child. That one.
When Miracle Girls Festival, let me bury your child. Stop me from burying your child.
Yeah. That one is good.
Okay, let's see.
I also like Crowdfund the Fourth Reich was pretty good. I'm a big
Yeah.
fan of that one.
That was a good one. What was all right? I'm scrolling through them right now. One of the ones I liked a lot because there's a title that caught my attention immediately was "You Can't Stop Us from Drinking the Sarcophagus Juice."
The sarcophagus
Yeah.
juice. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
What was the one about? I think I forget what it is, but there's like one about the syringes that I can't remember. It's like
Oh man.
Ooh,
That
yeah,
one
there's
was-
something like that. All right, while we're going on this, because it just came to mind, do you guys have like a favorite conversation on the podcast? Like a topic that they like had like for one?
The one where they talk about like the animals and animal powers and how like consuming.
Yeah, that's the one
animals
my
you
brain
gain
went
their
to when I was
traits.
thinking about that.
Damn.
Yeah.
Because
That
Liam
was
got
good.
super dark for that. He was like, "Would you duct tape a turtle inside of its own shell?" I'm like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, that was a really good one. I like the whole Dark Olympics conversation too. That one was good.
Yeah, the Dark Olympics is really good.
Here's some more podcast titles. Your gun dog now. Post-apocalyptic T-pose culture. He shat
that
his
was
leather
good.
pants and it became a paste. Why is Pat's coffin filled with human fecal
So,
matter?
that one. That one's good.
RKO that giraffe to get a save state.
Yeah, that's the one we were talking. That's the one we were
That's
just
what
talking about.
we were talking about.
Yeah, don't even talk about impreg. Non-stop
Okay.
infinite ass dumping. Cut out the middleman, just fuck the wig.
Just fuck the wig. Yeah, so they're talking about Persona characters.
Yeah.
How they all have the same face, just different hair. They
Yeah.
basically just love the wig.
Basically. Buttered poopers have a lot of groundswell, which is a Course Party reference.
Oh, I see the time cube one you were talking about now.
You can't
We have to defeat the time cube.
Yeah, the
Keep on
races
being
must not
defeated.
mix until the time cube is defeated.
Yeah.
You can't push.
Oh man, I forgot about this. Remember bigporns.exe?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was good. It was a horseporn.com was. So
Yeah. You can't push
What
baby
about-
murder for SummerSlam.
was 3/5 of a podcast? Was that a title? I can't remember if
Yes,
it was.
3/5
or if it
of a
was just
podcast.
Yes,
Liz.
it was.
Okay, because that joke got me really good at the time. I fucking lost my shit.
Kangaroo meat is a well-deserved comeuppance.
Oh, I remember this one. So, gotta go fast / freak frag fry was when they lost half the audio and they came back super low energy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was good.
Herpes just means playing on a different server.
It's true though. You really do just gotta move to a
I don't even remember
smaller,
this one.
less
We know
populated
Hotto
server.
Backstreet Boys.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Trespassers will be
Well-
shot / acquire sick legendary Pokemon.
What's the one about like how rappers become Voltron if they Voltron together? I forget what that one was. That was
I
an
don't
early
know.
podcast.
Sneaky stab attack at the start of the second round.
Yeah, well, see, that's a joke. That's something I used to say all the time too, because that's something they used to say a lot when they were talking. I think they were playing like Indigo Prophecy, because they would make that reference a lot. And yeah,
That
or like
deer
even
just did
in
Aegis
WrestleMania.
Reflector.
Yeah. That was good too. Okay, and what was They had a podcast once where they were talking about like the new the Montreal or the Surprise or whatever the fuck, where they went to like see another town, and there was like a big old shit on top of the public toilet. That was a good conversation also.
Aryan Resurrection.
Yeah, that's classic. That's like podcast number 9 or some shit.
Send the kids to the Nerf chamber. Vape escape.
James Escape's pretty alright.
Goosebumps God Rage.
Yeah, okay. Alright. So
These
like yes, yeah.
These read like fucking
Podcast titles.
light novel titles.
Some of them do. I feel like they had an art for podcast titles that simultaneously is the best thing in the world. Where you look at those titles and if you laugh, if you look at that shit and you feel deep in your heart like, yeah, this is amazing. Like when Nintendo advertises the cardboard Onohole, that's a great podcast title. Right?
Yeah.
That was really good. But if you look at that and then you're like a publishing company and you're like, this is a podcast. I don't want to recommend this podcast as a title that's literally called Aryan Resurrection.
Which is weird because
And
we
so-
have some weird podcast titles and we get recommended sometimes. There was one time we got
Yeah.
recommended.
That's weird.
It is.
Yeah. So fucking yeah, it's good. It's good shit. Those podcast titles are an art.
Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite
pretty-
moment from the mailbag?
I still like the moment where they got the second Gurren Lagann Blu-ray set. And they're like, what
Yeah.
the fuck? Because I've already said, because that was the thing where when they got that, I was also in the know about that shit. I wanted that sock set so bad, but it's so fucking expensive. It's
Yeah.
so expensive. So when they got that, I was like, holy shit! And they got 2. That's literally over $1,000 in shipping,
Oof.
just right there. It's
Oof.
fucking crazy.
I honestly think the horse dildo was also a really good moment.
Yeah, the horse was good. I like the when someone sent Wooly the Atomic Purple Game Boy.
Oh
was really
yeah,
good.
when they all got gifts based off of their past.
Yeah, that was really good. Except poor Liam, who didn't have past stories out yet, so no one knew what to get him.
Damn.
Also, I think mailbag in general was just a really wholesome time. I really enjoyed those mailbag videos a lot.
Yeah.
What about the part where someone sent them the high frequency blade, and they're like, are we even allowed to keep this? Because like there's like Canadian laws about bladed weapons. And, like we have people are sending us so many of them, we won't actually get in trouble with the law because we don't have licenses for them.
And then there's the fucking asshole who sent them live ladybugs.
Oh yeah, what the fuck was that about? I remember that. They were
That's
all
the
dead.
thing with-
Out there though.
Yeah, that was the thing with fucking whenever somebody does a mail me stuff thing, is you'll always get people who send you like live animals or like shit, like literal shit.
That's like iDubbbz has those live unboxing videos, and that's almost the gimmick of those. Is send me the most disgusting thing that doesn't break the law.
That's not even the gimmick because he hates it. He actively hates
He
it and
does.
tells people
No,
not
he
to.
he actively hates it, but it's just that's what happens. And people send him
is.
disgusting things, and then he breaks them all over the chair and the table that he's sitting at. And it's just like, I hate you all. You're all the worst. Why did you do this to me?
My favorite is when it's so bad he cuts out the entire scene of opening it because he hates it so much.
Well, it's like and then you see the aftermath of whatever it was.
Yeah, and it's just like, well.
And he's like clearly pissed and like he's like gagging. Usually he's gagging. That's how you know it's bad.
Yeah, when he vomits, it's the best. But we're talking about the best friends. We're talking about quality content, not some lame ass skinny white kid.
Fucking whitest kids you know, looking ass bitch.
Yeah, fuck you, iDubbbz. We're starting the beef. When's the content
I like
cop?
iDubbbz, though. But I like iDubbbz though.
I also like iDubbbz. We're talking about the best friends. God, just there's so much with the best friends.
Yeah. Well, there's a bunch of times where they got sent stuff on the mailbag and the letter was like fucked up, so they didn't know what was happening. So there was a time they sent them, like I remember specifically, they sent them like someone took a dildo and then made it into a sculpture of Bilbo Baggins, and they didn't know what it was. Clearly, it's supposed to be a Dildo Baggins joke.
While you guys are going on that, one, for some reason my audio keeps cutting out for like every other word now, but I do have to head off. I have a very important call to make, so I'm gonna be heading off.
See you later, Claude.
Okay.
I mean, we could just have like a wrap up thoughts if you have anything you want to say.
Well, he's gone, so I guess.
I mean you.
Okay. Well, I guess to wrap it up, it's just like it was 9 years of some of the best content on YouTube I've ever had. An innumerable amount of laughs, and I'm gonna miss it. I still check the best friends subreddit just because sometimes I forget.
I mean, the subreddit is still going, and people are still talking about dank memes in there. So I mean,
yeah, but it's
fine.
mostly we're still at the shit posting to forget phase over there.
Yeah, the don't let it set in phase.
Yeah, and there's just an actual gap in my YouTube watching stuff where now I'm actually just like, well, now I have all this time to just watch anime, but I don't want to watch anime. I want to watch LPs. I want to watch the best friends. I want to watch all their stuff, and they haven't really been. I mean, Wooly's been streaming a bit, but Pat hasn't.
Well, yeah, Pat hasn't been streaming, and Matt actually has that video with Liam where they're doing a Quiet Man.
Yeah, the Quiet Man, which is fine. I haven't watched it yet, but it's just I'm gonna really miss them. I'm gonna miss the 4 guys together, and then the 3 guys together, and now it's just 2 guys together. And
Yeah.
it sucks, but I'm really happy that we got what we did. And
Yeah.
I'm happy that all the guys in a position where they can actually just afford to be on their own and stuff. Like Pat bought a fucking house.
Yeah, Pat bought a house. Pat
That's-
made more money streaming than he did on the channel anyway. So
I don't think that's how that
I'm not
works.
super-
I'm pretty sure he made. I don't know, because he has less viewers. It's
No, because streaming donations though you make money much more directly than splitting the ad share from YouTube channels 3 ways.
I guess, but do we have? Is
It
that
was
like
a thing where
fact?
yes, people did the math using Social Blade.
Okay. Well, I'm really
Yeah.
happy for everybody. It does suck about what happened, and I wish them all the best.
I am looking forward to some of their solo content though. Like I'm excited for Wooly focusing more heavily on his solo channel stuff because that channel's content is really interesting, and I'm excited for Wooly's streams because especially he said he's supplanting Fighterpedia to instead Fisticuffs to instead do like dedicated fighting game streams every week, which sounds fun because it means that I get to what's it called, stream snipe. which will be fun. And obviously Pat streaming more is interesting. He'll be fine. I usually watch his streams on YouTube and
He'll just become he's just an entire recluse instead of half a recluse.
yeah, now he's like a hermit who will never leave his house. Which is definitely gonna happen.
Yeah, definitely. That man's not gonna make any directed content. It's all streams now, baby.
No, do you remember the Pat versus Japan videos and how he tried to edit them?
Did he try?
He tried really hard. There's actually an amazing bit where like he was like Wooly had like a whole elaborate intro sequence, and Pat had like the dumb videos of like the piece of paper with like the place they were on, and it was like the little figures of Pat and Paige moving across the desk. It was very cute. He did not know at all what he was doing, and the thumbnails were hilarious. It's like you can always tell whenever Pat was supposed to make a thumbnail because he had no idea what the fuck to do. Like you like the old like Pat stares at Mercenary Kings episode.
Oh, the one where it's just him talking and no audio. No.
Yeah, there was like I think there was no gameplay audio. Yeah, and I mean Mercenary Kings is a cool game. I did play that. That was good. Yeah, and the thumbnail for that video is amazing. So bad. Anyone go look at that shit. It makes me laugh to this day. Yeah. I guess for me, my like thoughts are like, yeah, I feel like the best friends have been like an important part of my like media consumption for a really long time. In the recent years, I haven't like kept up with their LP content as much. It's more like I watch them.
Holy shit, that thumbnail.
Oh yeah, dude, it's bad. It's so good.
God damn. There's just anime titties on there for no reason.
Yep. I think it's great. Well, I still think like the thumbnail that made me laugh the most when I think about it actually now is when I saw it and they put up the last Fisticuffs episode, whatever that game was called, Lion Kill Spirits. That that thumbnail was hilarious.
Yeah. Billy.
Fucking Billy.
The secret 5th best friend.
Yeah, and so I'm sad they're stopping, doing the thing. But I'm always of the mind that a divorce is not a bad thing, because it means that you have acknowledged the problem exists. You're taking a step to, move on. And so happy for them, and they're ultimately doing things they are more happy doing, hopefully. And that I'm excited for their new content in the future. Matt's scripted content's good. I like his series on his YouTube channels. I love Wooly's scripted content on his channel. It's all fantastic. And Pat streams are a lot of fun. So I'm excited for that. And yeah, so I wish them the best in their future endeavors. And it is really weird. One time I accidentally called Pat my dad. And so his weird 3 dads joke he made in that video was like almost too accurate. So yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
The internet. What's happening, James?
I
Or one of
accidentally,
your
I accidentally called my little brother by accident.
Oh, was that Jake?
That was. Did you hear that? Yeah, that was Jake.
Yes, I did in fact hear that.
I'm sorry. That was an accident. Anyway, yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh no, it's
I don't know. Do I have my fucking video? Oh god, I think I accidentally called him and I was scratching my ass. Oh shit. Because my phone was behind
Would
me
you-
and I was.
Did
My
you
phone was
put
behind
your...
me and I was sitting on it or something and I just was scratching my ass.
Oh no, James, what have you done?
Oh, this is the worst. Oh no, okay. Thank you. What a wonderful end to this podcast.
Yeah, fucking...
Thank you, Matt, Pat,
Exactly
Wooly.
the ending that best friends deserve.
Thank you, Matt, Pat, and Wooly for everything that happened. And good luck. Thanks for joining us on the weekly Dadcast. I was your host, James, and this is Skylar. And that was Claude, obviously, here before. Hopefully I'll be able to be on for the Hunter x Hunter spoiler cast. But for now, at least, this will probably be my last podcast. So I leave it to you guys to do a good job.
Yeah,
Or else I'll be mad.
Don't give in to the dumpster lords too quickly.
I'll try not
but-
to. The four kings of the dumpster.
You'll be the king of the underworld. You'll be like the... You know what? Maybe you'll be a noble hoppo. I'll give you that. Maybe it's possible that you could finally achieve enlightenment after losing your home.
I do plan on keeping like a little diary. I have a notebook and a pen, and and I'm gonna write my will and testament just in case I fucking die.
I mean, you need a lawyer to do that.
Nah, it's fine. If I just have it
It has
written
to-
down.
it has to be legally binding.
Nah.
Or else someone could fake a will and testament and be like, look, they totally wrote it down. Look, they willed me all their money.
Well, yeah, I don't think it's gonna need to be legally binding for my situation, considering I have no money. But anyway, thanks for joining us on the Weekly Dadcast. Hit us up. We're on iTunes. Check us out on weeklydadcast.podbean.com. Email is officialdadcast@gmail.com. Twitter is the same thing, @officialdadcast. Check us out, and I hope you have a good night. Bye.